All right, welcome everybody. This is the kickoff of Extinction event in the New Champions universe. We're playing in a maybe like 10 or 15 years before the events of season 3 of New Champions universe, but we're using the materials that have been recently released, the Extinction event. We actually have one of the authors with us. We're really excited to have him, Carlos. We've got a lot of other players that have been playing with us for years now, which is just odd to be able to say. We have Carlos, we have Wayne, we have Sean, we have Jerry, and 30 Bird. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry. Just
Joe.
Joe, I know. I've known you for a while and just didn't come to me. So, the folks that are playing today are have built their characters in advance using the Extinction event book. Their archetypes and guidelines, really helpful stuff. And we'll put some links to that in the video. But I'm going to let everybody share a little bit about their character, maybe 30 or 40 seconds each, and then just anything else they want to say. And then we will get into the story that, of course, takes place aboard this beautiful retrofitted zeppelin, and I'll tell a little bit about that in a minute. So from the top, we're going to start with Carlos. Carlos, do you want to say anything about your character, or even anything about the book? And floor is yours.
Well, so actually, the book was released back, I think, in like 2019, and then we sort of reposted it again in the Hero Systems um, website, and we've gotten a lot more sales from that. So it was maybe a little bit before its time.
Oh.
It was actually originally a Kickstarter, and
Yep.
Extinction Event is kind of a misnomer in the sense that um, the world has kind of gone through what could have been an extinction event, but the real extinction event is in the making, and it's kind of part of the secret background of the whole thing, which I won't get into because we might discover some of these things if you implement it. Um, my character is Darnell Williams, and he's basically his major discipline is electrokinesis. So he uses electrical. He has powers to manipulate electricity with his mind, as well as to scramble technology. Through the power of his electoral minds. He has a number of skills, ranging from computer programming, so he's kind of a techie, and his sort of has some tradecraft as well. So he's kind of an agent kind of guy, and we're playing kind of as an outcast, which basically are people that um, have been gifted with these psychic powers, but they're sort of being hunted by the powers that may be. So that's kind of training as well, and so he's skilled in zero G operations, and he's kind of an all-around kind of agent guy. That's it. That's me.
Yeah, and you said we're playing as outcasts, but I think you all are acolytes, right? In the Illuminati. Am I?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're acolytes,
I
not
was thinking,
outcasts.
hold
Yeah,
on a
thanks.
second, I've got a whole game
Sorry.
prepared for
Right.
Illuminati.
Damn it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. So we've been indoctrinated into the Illuminati. Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome. I appreciate and glad to have you with us. Wayne,
What? We're not playing Outcast. I'm leaving.
Dang it! I did all that work. I'm kidding. Wayne, do you mind sharing a little bit as well?
Sure. So I'm playing Matthias Fiacre, and he is of some French ancestry, but by way of Louisiana, and uh, he was for a while up in Quebec trying to help them gain independence, but that never worked out. But he came out of it with a lot of demolition skills, and so he came back to his home of Louisiana, and at some point got recruited by the Illuminati. The psychic discipline that he ended up with is precognition, which, as a demolitions expert, he's very happy about. Blue wire, red wire, I know what wire.
That's cool.
And his defining psychological characteristic is you could do nothing but call him callous. You know, He might be with a bunch of bystanders. There's just been some big accident, a lot of people dead on the ground, emergency services doing their job. And he'll be the one to walk over to the stunned hot dog cart vendor, buy a hot dog and a drink, and just start eating and drinking while watching the carnage get cleaned up. He just doesn't care.
He's very stoic.
Callous.
Yes.
Callous.
Callous.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad to have you with us, and thanks
Thank
for taking a bit. The next one is Sean, and I've got your character focused. We don't have effects yet for Sean's character, but we will. Do you mind sharing a little bit?
All right, so my character is non-American. I am Japanese, and a teleporter. And I like to sneak into places. And I don't want to say anything else.
That's awesome. Okay, sounds good. The next person that we have is Jerry, who's playing my least. I'm kidding. Well, I'll just leave it for Jerry to say what he's doing. Jerry, go ahead.
All right. He goes by TSB. His name is Tomas Seamus Bowie. He basically will be the father to my 2072
That's
character,
awesome. Yeah,
Adam. Tied them together.
that's cool.
He is a bilocator. So you got him focused in on.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So he can
Oh, that's cool.
duplicate or merge back together and a couple other things.
Come on, that's awesome.
He's tall, 6'6", and very muscular. He is a confiscator. So his job is to get in, take it from you, and get out.
That's cool.
And he likes to fist fight a little bit. He was actually recruited while still in high school to the Illuminati. He was actually born James Thomas McNulty, but since the Illuminati have secrets, he's got more than one.
He's got his own secrets in addition to the Illuminati. He's an Illuminati within the Illuminati.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for playing. We're going to look forward to it. Our final person that we have playing with us is 30 Bird, and his character is focused in on right now. 30 Bird, you mind taking over? Oh, that's cool.
All right, we've got Damien Doyle, Irish Greek ancestry from the Boston area. His parents were wealthy and in politics, and unfortunately, they were targets during the Vanishing Wars. And all of this had left him feeling powerless until he developed his own powers. Damien has the ability to read people's auras, and he uses that to his advantage. He can sense what their motive is and will always manipulate it to get his own, what he wants from them. You know, if they're a trusting person, he will appeal to that. He's an acolyte deceiver, so he's very smooth. He has charm, conversation. He's wealthy. And I think that's pretty much how he plays it.
Awesome.
He really has zero combat ability, but he does have the money. So the suit he's wearing actually has some powers to protect him a little bit. But he's mostly just going to be the one who smooths things over and hopefully makes the job easier for the team by getting them information or, you know, hiding their true motive. He wants to find what's gone on with the Vanishing because, you know, he lost his parents back then.
Awesome. Okay.
So think of him like Bruce Wayne.
There's kind of a Bruce Wayne look on his face too. I don't know. Awesome. Is he at all cybernetic, or is that just a suit, or do you want us
Nope.
to even know?
Nope, he just calls it the suit.
The suit. Okay, fantastic. Okay, well, then we'll pick up our game and we'll start here. The team, as we've alluded to a little bit, is an Illuminati team of acolytes. So basically, the lowest rank in the Illuminati, and the way I understand Illuminati from the Extinction event book is very much kind of an infiltrator, steal technology, use it, and that is what the group is up to in this particular mission, their very first mission together. It's not that these folks aren't trained, it's just this is their first time working together. The team has been assigned covertly aboard a new ship called the ZEP-25, and I'm trying to show it to everybody. Let me see if I can get up tall. We are in space. Well, we're not yet in space. The ZEP-25, and you're basically at a place where the crew of the vessel is being interviewed, and they're explaining the vessel. You all, it's like imagine that there are 100 people or more than a lot of people that are on this vessel, and it's making its first voyage, and it's on a voyage to Mars. There is some technology that the Extinction event talks about that allows vessels like this to be able to go further distances. It does not, as far as it's being explained, doesn't have the further propulsion systems that are talked about. So this is very much a Earth, Moon, Mars propulsion system, and the crew is just explaining things about the ZEP-25, that it has a renewable energy source for its propulsion, and that obviously this is its maiden voyage. And the captain speaks. I'm going to see if I can get close to the captain, because he's... And you imagine, I've got them positioned where they are in the scene, but imagine that you all are like on the ground, and like if a ship was being launched and they're about to break the wine bottle on the edge of it, that kind of thing. That's where we're at, and I can't move fast enough. Third person activated. Okay, there we are. The captain typically is in this little bottom area. He's in the front of the ship, but at this moment he is down on the ground and he's speaking, and all of his crew are lined up next to him, and you see some other dignitaries, and you also see like the owners of the ship and their family, well, actually their daughter, and they've got just a whole lot of people, and they're up on top. And the captain speaks, and he says, the ZEP-25 is the last remaining vessel of its class, built during the late 30s. Its nuclear power engines have been upgraded to the newest technologies available. He's white bearded man. I'm trying to give you my best, like mid. Anyway. He goes on and is speaking about like the technology of this ship, and people are impressed, and it's just this beautiful thing. He's fantastic, and then he hands off the microphone, or gets off the stage, and another person comes up, and it's like we call him the concierge, but he's basically a butler for the ship, and he starts to speak about the vessel's design and its aesthetic, and he's got a British accent, and he talks wood grains are the featured design element. While we are traveling through space, you'll feel like you're in the comforts of your home, with garden areas and open spaces, and in even a large theater, you might forget you're traveling through the cosmos. It's very much a pitch, and the news and the media are snapping photos, and they're eating it up. The concierge steps off the stage, and then a chef comes up, and the chef is flanked by 5 robots. And I'm going to try to zoom in on one of the robots. I can find them. Okay, so the chef is speaking. She is a lady. She is speaking about the types of food that they will have on the ship. And then the robots are right behind her, lined up in kind of single file red eyes, dark brandished metal. And she's speaking, and she says that the ZEP-25 has been retrofitted with Class A replicators for our guests' highest satisfaction. And as you'd expect, our mineral and resource bank is secured in the vessel's rear compartment by RSA-1024 encryption algorithms and she motions behind her, by an elite embedded robotic security team. And everyone claps and applauds and are very impressed. There are some other things, the owners, the husband and wife, they speak a little bit about just their vision and how they found this and they bought it at a Sotheby's auction and blah blah blah, and then they retrofitted it, and it's like their life's dream of having a zeppelin but being retrofitted for space travel. And so everyone is just oohing and ahhing, and they've very much Jeff Bezos this ship into function, and it's beautiful. You love it. A lot of people, you all are not gonna necessarily stick out because it's a big crowd. I've got a lot of people. I've got a handful of tokens that are situated in the ship that you can interact with. But if you just take it, always assume that there's just there's people all around, right? I just didn't have the time or the resources to be able to generate hundreds of tokens. Someone should write a script for that. I think there are. So you all have been assigned to this, really particularly to either copy or steal the food replication technology that's here. This is food replication is not necessarily new, but it's also not. It's very resource intensive, and when the chef is explaining the design of the ship, it's very clear that the resource allocations, let me say it a different way, fuel and propulsion is renewable. And you don't necessarily need lots of, location for that. But to feed 100-something people through replicators, you have to have, it's like 3D printers. You have to have the base materials. And that is what takes up almost the back half of the ZEP. And so, like, if I take off the walls, the whole section behind the engine is missing because that's where all the minerals are, right? And it's closely guarded and all that good stuff. So, and it, just from normal knowledge, people understand that that's worth securing, right? If something happens to the food supply aboard a interspatial ship, you're all sunk. And so it's not weird that a robotic force is protecting that resource, because that's the only thing that can't just be renewed or is renewable itself. Again, you all have been assigned to acquire the technology that's being used in this replicator, and get off at the Mars stop, and then secure a ride home from the Mars location. And I would say that probably the majority of this session will happen in this ship. And who knows, maybe others. But I will pause. You all are not on the ship yet, but you will have a chance to board. You board over here where the stairs touch down. And so that's where everyone will start and put your tokens. Unless you want to do anything, let's leave it open before you get on the ship, that you would want to do anything before we get started here. There are 2 stairwells up, by the way. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, Jason, are they doing weapons detection?
Yes.
Okay, so we can't come aboard with our weapons, correct?
No. Well, I guess you could, but you'll have to have some fancy excuse of why you have them.
Yeah, just thought I would check. So, all right. So this is initially kind of like casing the joint and then figuring out if there's a way to repurpose stuff on board to do what we need to do.
Or if there's some other way to try to get your weapons on if that's what you want. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not set up for that. So I normally carry a shotgun and grenades, and I don't think either of those are going to pass through the metal detector easily.
all the decisions made about equipment people are.
Yeah, is our battle armor allowed?
Well, it just depends on how well you cover it up, or I mean, because people have all kinds of things. Like if you think about it, in this society, people will have cybernetic arms, and they'll have stuff like that. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I have.
Damien Doyle's going to give us cover, area of effect, change our aura, so that it's a pale yellow, which is idealistic and humanitarian for the group.
well, that's
So
nice.
if anyone's checking our auras,
Okie dokie.
There.
As long as you stay close, right, as you come in.
its area of effect 16 meters.
Okay, and is it selective?
It should be, but it's not.
Is everybody walking in at the same time is all yellow humanitarian?
Well, it does have alterable size, so I will, he will put it down to the minimum size to cover the group, and we'll stick together.
There you go. There you go.
Can I combine my precognition and danger sense so that I think about bringing my gun along, and then I get a vision of the robot shooting me dead?
Yes, it definitely happens. The robot
Okay.
immediately senses your threat. How will you avoid? How will you avoid?
Yeah, so like I said, I merely reaching for my gun creates that image. No, I'll take my hand away and not do that.
That's awesome.
All right.
I'm just imagining there's still a 12 or less 75% chance for all this because everything requires a roll. But I'm just imagining, should I bring it? I think better of it.
That's great.
Yeah, he's also going to activate aura defense as well.
So no one can read your aura. Is that what it is, or is there some other aura?
It gives them -4 on their per rolls to read it.
Okay, cool.
Same area of effect.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Okay, combat luck is not normally a visible thing until you dodge the attack, but I have it as a power usable nearby. So if I'm buffing the group, everyone who's walking with me, does that suddenly become some visible power use because it has usable nearby on it?
No, I wouldn't imagine so. I mean, the power itself is not being used, even though you're using it by others, until they use it. It would be like flight usable nearby, but if they're not flying,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
I can't think of a reason not to run it all the time. I just assume that every phase we're attacked, you have to roll that 12 or less to see if it applies.
Well, almost all of the powers that were in the templates were requiring endurance.
Except combat luck doesn't require any endurance, so there's no end on it.
No,
But it
I'm
is
glad yours
24.
doesn't.
But it's 24 active, so 12 or less -1 per 10, so 10 or less. So it's a 50% effective combat luck radius around me.
But is it selected? No. Oh, go ahead.
It's
Sorry, Carl.
usable nearby. If our group knows each other, then they can choose to keep an eye on me, and if I start dodging before there's an attack, I guess they do it too. Yeah, the power spot just says combat luck, usable nearby, requires a roll. So circle of precognitive defense. And somehow I can, I guess, share the image of danger or whatever with people around me.
Yeah. That's and that usable nearby is typically you choose who you're giving it to. So I've done that. That's fine.
Yeah. So anybody on our team that's walking nearby is a hex or two or something like that. So if I know our team is nearby, then they're getting the benefit. If they're close and I know they're there.
That's cool. It's a cool power.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I understand how it applies here because I've never actually bought the requires a skill roll on a huge power. So this -2 is actually a real thing.
Oh gosh, yeah. So, are you all boarding the ship? Are you all figuring out ways before you board to do things with your weapons? What are you doing?
I don't.
Could
really
we
have any
have
weapons?
um
And Carlos, your volume went down again. I don't know if you moved
Okay.
if you moved your neck.
I moved my head. Can you hear me better?
Yes, we can. Sorry, Sean, you were speaking.
yeah, no worries. Could we, because of the group that we're a part of, could somebody have smuggled that our weapons are on board? We need to get to that location to retrieve those weapons?
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, this because you've been basically bought entry onto this. The Illuminati has made it so that you have access here. And if that's something that I think that's cool. It's a great idea. So there's some
Yeah.
secret stowaway location where somebody has bought, um, maybe even bribed someone. Does anybody have the applicable bribery skills to do that? Or any kind of
I have
pre?
forgery.
I don't know.
Damien has persuasion.
Yeah. Maybe if you'll make the skill roll and see if you could have convinced somebody to stow them in like maybe the lower elevator shaft or something. But you're gonna have to get into that elevator shaft. That'd be cool. Did you make a decent
9 and a 13 or less.
Oh, you just rolled 3 dice. Okay, yeah. So you've convinced someone on board, or maybe even one of the kind of the technicians that preps the ship to put them in where the elevator shaft ends. And there's kind of like a crevice, or not a crevice, but like a hole below it. No, hole is not the right word, but you know what I'm saying, like where it doesn't go down all the way.
A space.
Yes, golly, space is good. Space is good. Okay, there you go. So you have some weapons, and you have some weapons stashed.
Okay. Are you gonna let on the melee weapons under modern Nightball and Slim Steel, it says restricted.
You would have
Are
had
they
to
gonna
just
be
pay extra points for them, but yes, I'm not blocking you on that yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to go. I wasn't going to go above the advanced.
Yeah.
But you said
it's
we
just
can smuggle.
Yeah,
weapons in?
well, because of Ammon's persuasion of somebody in advance, you all can have your weapons in that stash.
yeah. The Nightball and Slim Steel. The Nightball is a 2045 Billy Club or nightstick, and the Slim Steel is a stiletto. So
Just remember, the things that you all have, any equipments like that, has to fit inside the space that's for at the bottom of the elevator shaft. That's basically what you can do.
okay.
Maybe those things can. Everybody
I
else
was
might
going to
have.
say a night. Yeah, I was going to say a nightstick and a and a
But if somebody's
stiletto
bringing like a
blade.
big bazooka or something, it might.
Yeah.
That shotgun might not make it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It just depends on how big it is, you know.
But a handgun might.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So I could have my Slim Steel as stilettos. Stilettos.
The dilemma that you all will have is
Take them off your feet.
getting to them without raising suspicion too. So I mean, we'll get through that. Let's see how you do it.
Light machine guns. That's okay.
I don't know that that's going to fit in that. Yeah. Anybody that's got 2 people to operate it. I'm kidding. Okay, so you all expect to find your weapons stashed there, but you've got to make it through and get up to the ship. And why don't we all do that? The way to get on the ship is over here. Yep, that's it right here. And so everybody bring your tokens up, and you can put them in front of Zepbot 3 if you prefer. Yeah, the stairwells. Unless you use the stabilizer over there near my GM section, your things won't stand there. But that's okay. You could just put them in front of Zepbot if you want to. And what
I
I'll
can't lift my guy that high.
what I'll assume is anybody that's got
Press R when you got
Would
your thing. Press R. Called raise.
I think I got everybody up there, right?
would soft light body armor be something that you could fit in there?
Yeah, I
It's
think
kind
so.
of like
Yeah.
clothing. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I kind of figured mine was underneath his clothes.
Yeah.
But or actually his clothes.
Who am I missing up here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it Jim? No, Jim.
We're missing Jerry.
Yes.
No, I'm here.
No, it's Wayne's character is not
No.
up there.
Everything is
Oh,
there,
good.
but maybe haven't set up certain accounts. What methods right
I think he's having to deal with something, so I'm going to bring him over.
Hey, wait, stop on.
Okay.
Brandy, on
All right, so we are at the hallway here.
We are definitely a motley looking crew.
Yes. I know, particularly for this is like fancy.
Well, once you said something about secret identities,
Yeah, that's okay.
he actually is more of a suit guy, but I couldn't get a model done in time.
That's okay. And we can just say, I mean, if you all are covering up and stuff, I mean, it's fine. That's awesome.
Just mirrors Jerry's character really big.
He said he's tall.
He
Yeah.
is really big. He is 2 meters
Oh, you did
tall.
say that.
Yes, he is 2 meters tall.
Jeez. I'm trying to get a
He's
photo
not quite
in the
as big
hallway.
as Shaq, but he's not quite as big as Shaq, but
It'll do. I'm trying to get a good photo here of everybody coming into the... And I don't imagine that Darnell's going to have his effects on.
No, I don't.
Can't I? Well, there you go. This is the first group photo. And I can't seem to... There you go. If everybody would mind moving their hands out of the way.
Means you, Sean.
I think it's okay now.
According to me, my hand is nowhere near there.
Okay, I think I got it. Awesome. Okay, so you all are in the hallway. What is the kind of first order of business for you all? Clearly, you don't have your weapons
Yet.
You walk
which
past
elevator
this.
are they?
Say again.
Which elevator are they underneath?
I think there's only one elevator.
Well, team, we've got some time to kill before the ship even takes off.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just
Everybody's
enjoy it for a bit.
Yeah, and everybody is kind of filing through, right? So you all are in kind of in line, kind of in queue, and
enjoy the amenities and the ride.
yeah. Do you all see where the elevator is over here?
I see it.
Okay.
And you all would have seen a kind of a presentation about the ship. So I mean, there's not a lot secret. I don't have everything filled out yet as far as what's on the ship. Like there's some open areas where it's like the captain's quarters, and then there's an area down below the main theater area where it's like quarters, rooms, and I don't have beds and stuff yet. So sorry.
So
Are we wanting to get our weapons first?
I think, since there's hundreds of people coming in here, we probably have to wait till everything settles down to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what about these robot things and so on? Do they have metal detectors built in?
They do. They are. Well, you don't. You don't. I guess you wouldn't know. Do you have some way to perceive a specific type of technology that they
No,
have?
I'm just suspicious. Basically having been in underground movements like Quebecois independence and so forth. Uh, I'm suspicious that the authorities always have better tech than we have, and that if there's metal detectors at airports or the equivalent, and now we have how common is it for these bots to be around as defenses in anywhere? Like, do government buildings have them?
Well, so that was something I explained earlier. Like with such a food supply, um,
Ah,
in this, that it is common to have bots like this protecting the food supply on this,
okay,
and
yeah.
that they
So
were introduced with the chef. So it's basically the chef's mineral and resource
yeah,
detail.
I remember hearing that, but the point is, in this world, in this campaign, it's a known quantity that anything important has robot guards.
Not always, but it's also not. It's not unexpected that they would want to
Okay,
protect it with guards.
right.
It was
Select.
impressive. Yeah, it was impressive that there was a
Yeah, that
whole
is
bot.
impressive.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's
yeah.
impressive.
So
What Darnell would like to do is just walk around the ship as much as he can, using kind of tracecrafts to detect where the cameras are, where kind of dead spots for surveillance equipment, maybe, and that sort of thing.
Okay. If you all want
How
to,
about
oh, good.
how about we stick together for a little bit, get a scout of who's on the ship. I'll let you know who can detect us before
Okay.
we split up.
Well, as we're doing that, right, as we're walking together or investigating, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing, is looking for surveillance equipment where it would be hidden, and kind of dead spots and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Damon's going to be activating his detect psychic aura as we're going around to see who does have mental powers, to see who can um, perceive us or know our thoughts or our auras.
Sure. So, as you all move about the cabin, make sure as you move about the zeppelin, um, some interesting things may happen if you're continuing to detect that or trying. And the same thing, if with Darnell's character, he's looking for. What is he exactly looking for again?
Surveillance equipment, cameras, bugs, where would I put those types of equipment if I were trying to keep an eye out on people?
Oh
So basically
yeah.
any type of surveillance equipment.
Oh yeah. So, there are clearly cameras located on most hallways.
Okay. And I would also be looking for any dead areas where the cameras wouldn't be, where cameras wouldn't pick up.
Yeah. Okay. So, I can't. I'm not just going to point out all of
Yeah,
them
yeah,
on the
yeah.
ship.
Just
But if you get
yeah.
into an area and that's something you're kind of looking into, I'll tell you if you're in a dead area or not. So you don't just bust out with powers with a camera watching.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I'm just looking as we're all walking together and sort of taking a layout of the ship. That's kind of what I'll be doing.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay.
Same,
Oh, go ahead.
same for TSB. Same for TSB.
Okay.
Because he's also got security systems and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you definitely are seeing um, the comm devices that look like they were old speaker style devices. They're clearly more than that now. Um, they've got thumbprint detections. They've also got other. It's like you can clearly see that they have built more onto, like for instance, on the right of the wall here at this hallway, looks like a speaker. There is a speaker, but there's a holograph projection device on it. There's a biometric device, and there's something else above it, but you can't see it unless you unscrew it or something like that. Okay, I'm going to ask you all then to kind of tell me where you're going next. So move your characters collectively where you would like to be.
Where are the replicators? Would
So-
they be in the engine room, or is there a kitchen where they'll be using them?
Yeah, so that's one of the areas that they didn't really talk a lot about. You all got a schematic from the Illuminati team that you're with. You know it's in the rear compartment where they retrofitted the nuclear engines. So it's
Okay.
going to be going back toward that part of the. And even the chef explained that the back half of the ship is where the resource and minerals are stored. Okay, I see Ammon is going to the main entryway. Are you looking around? You talking to the concierge? What are you doing?
Boss
Yeah,
Zep.
I want to make sure that the whole team is kind of on board with just wandering around, and this is the closest area. So,
Okay, everybody.
So, Jason, the
Mhm.
mission is to not actually steal the technology per se, but actually like the plans, or is it actually to steal the technology?
Yeah, you really wanna acquire the technology so that you can. It's like not schematics, but maybe download it so that you can steal away with this and recreate it. So if
Okay.
as close as there is to like the schematic or the algorithms that are used to create the food.
As an engineer, would I think that in order to accomplish that, we have to do it hands-on where the actual machines are, or would there be
Yeah.
access to it maybe from the bridge or something like that?
Yeah, it's going to be a separate whole system from the propulsion and direction. So yes, you're going to have to go back into that, get close to it. And they purposefully, even security systems would tell you, those two are totally disconnected systems on purpose.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to wander around the elevator area. I want to sort of check out the robots to see what kind of, if I can ascertain either through my engineering background or tradecraft, kind of what, what type of weapon systems, vision, anything that I can detect about their sensor capabilities. Are they exposed, or
Sure.
are they internal, that type of thing?
Okay, so you just passed by one, and I guess there's just like a funny that's happening as you all are walking around. Ammon kind of goes toward the front and then looks back and sees that I can't remember. Darnell has turned back and is kind of lingering at the bots. What do you all just kind of lurch and turn back around, go back through the crowd, walking against the grain?
well, the idea was to stick together. So yeah, if he's lingering,
Yeah, I'll walk behind everyone. I don't want to separate, but that's kind of what I want to do, is just take a look at, see what I can detect.
Okay. So
about these
Do we
systems.
have the mind link going? Coded communicator?
no one has told me that they have a mind link going. Does anyone have a mind link purchased and on?
So as part of my equipment, I have a coded communicator.
Does everybody
so
else?
One's
Let's see.
Yeah, yes.
no one
I
told me
didn't
I
grab
should buy
that
one.
yeah, I didn't grab that in my equipment list.
So y'all are like doing hand signs. Kasari is talking. No one's listening.
nothing changes, men.
Well, would we have known to do that as part of our trading?
That's awesome.
Execution
Can
plan
I
was
spend a hero
beforehand.
point so
You
that
can,
I have
yeah.
I look at the others and go, seriously?
That's awesome. That's awesome. We will get good at this. I know we will. We can do this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So does
Damn it, I
anybody
should have been paying attention.
have remaining equipment points so they could have bought that, or did
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
How many
spend it?
points is it?
I
No,
didn't
I
actually
only have
spend any equipment points.
I only spent 21 points.
Okay, so if you have the
I've
available
spent
points to do it,
before.
you have the communicator.
So it's 15 active points.
All right.
So wait, quick question
But-
here.
But there's 2 -1s on it, so that would be like 5 points. 5 points
For
to have it.
in hero, hero designer, it's coming up as 4 points.
There you go.
Okay, that could be.
Awesome. If you have the points for it, does anybody not have the points for it and not want to get it?
But wait, quick question here. So, like, did we have any knowledge of this mission where we might have reorganized our equipment pool?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not trying to be punitively mean to you all. Like, this is our
Okay.
first session where we're playing together. You didn't even know what it was until you got here. So, if you want
Yeah,
that to be part of your equipment, then yeah, please do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I probably, yeah. If I can't bring along armor and weapons, then that was all I spent 75 points on. I would have brought whatever somebody told me would be good for this kind of mission, which supposedly doesn't have anything to explode.
Yeah. Well, who knows? I mean,
We don't want to be exploding in space. Don't want that.
So we
Okay.
have coded communicators. Good thinking, guys.
check. Well, our precog told us to get that.
Yeah, there we are. See,
The 75 points is real points, right?
Correct.
Not active points.
yeah,
real points. Okay.
real points with modifier based on whether it fits your theme or not, per the Extinction event book.
Oh, okay.
So let us say that you all would have agreed you have communicators, because I think that's going to be just a general thing for you all going forward.
Yeah, because we have no guns or armor, so like, what can we spend points on?
Well, you could though. I mean, you all have guns underneath the elevator shaft, so hopefully you'd spent something on that.
I got myself some performance enhancers just in case I meet
yeah.
someone.
Viagra in space.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, I grabbed the fatigue relief, pain reducer, stim pack, vita pack.
Drug it up.
You know?
Well, he's a hand to hander.
Is
Oh,
is
wait.
it
Gotta have
weird if
some
we
of that
walk
shit.
around in a spacesuit?
Probably. Yeah.
I have a real fear of space.
Wait, hold on, Jason.
Yes.
You said we had our guns underneath the elevator shaft. So, to my mind, that starts making Matthias think about elevator shaft. I know electronics. I bet I can hack the shaft and get to our cache of weapons beneath the shaft and hand out the weapons to everybody.
And we've already said that we need to let people
Okay.
disperse and maybe
Yeah.
let the thing take off. And
Oh yeah. I
so
mean,
we've got time.
yeah.
And I
Just-
also have the power to disrupt the elevator so that maybe we can get in the elevator and start going up or down and just stop it in the middle of the way and say that it broke, and that way it gives us some time to.
Oh, yeah.
So that could be
I
a
can handle that
backup
break
plan.
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can handle that break part. No problem.
So, just before we move forward a little bit more, Darnell has paused in front of a bot, and the bot looks at you, and it's got these kind of like glowing red eyes. And why does it that artificial intelligence bots always have red eyes? You are examining it. And what's the skill that you'd like to use to examine it, to understand what its capabilities are?
I would like
Computer
to
programming.
use my well, I don't know because I'll have to touch it for that, right? But I can use my engineering knowledge, I think, and I'm also a computer engineer, so I'm looking for to use those two powers and security systems as well. How about
Okay.
that?
Yeah, so I'll give you one complimentary roll to your main role, and it's probably best with engineering as the main role.
All right, so here it goes.
And this is a glance. You're walking past it. You linger. You look up at it. It looks at you. You lock eyes.
Oh, I just look at it for like 4 seconds, like staring it up and down, like if I'm at
It's
the
an
club.
instant love connection.
You put your hand on it. It puts its hand on you.
You do the hokey pokey. Yes.
That doesn't look
Alright.
good for your role, is it?
That does not look good for my role, considering I have an 11 or less.
Yeah, you
So
have a
that was
complimentary, so you have to do really well on your complimentary roll, don't you? Is
Well,
it
That was my complimentary roll. I rolled
Oh,
that first.
okay.
So that means that
no
you
bonus.
don't get any pluses from the complimentary roll.
That's right. So just a
Right.
straight.
Right. Thanks for rubbing that in. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Always
And
here to help.
then where are my skills?
That's
But it
always a
doesn't
good
have
question.
That, does it? All right, so I'm just
Where
gonna
is
roll
my
again
super
with the roll
suit?
maker.
It's for the greater good.
Oh my gosh! You get no
Wait.
clue.
Wait, but I have hero points.
Okay, everybody roll 2 dice of hero points. Let's see.
TSB's got 9.
Okay,
Okay.
I have 10.
Oh, you're gonna use a lot of them, huh? How many do you have to? What's your die roll for that? 11 or less?
11 or less. So you know what? I am going to hold.
6.
Yeah.
I'll check one. I'll check one of these robots out in when there's less people around and I
Okay.
have more time.
Yeah. It looks at you. You look at it. You have no clue. You're moving too fast. They're interesting though. They're interesting.
Isn't
So
Kasari?
nothing even at a glance. You know what? Anything? Are there little antennas popping
No,
out or anything?
I mean, they seem very sealed.
Ah, okay.
Self-contained units.
Okay.
Kasari, didn't she say you can teleport into and out of things?
Wait,
Yes.
I want to
But
get
I
up
need to
to
be
it.
able to see.
I want to get up to
Okay.
it kind of like almost face to face and ask it, "You're really a human in there, aren't you?"
It makes no response whatsoever.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a mouth. So
Oh, it
Yeah,
doesn't
we're-
have a mouth. Okay.
We're lying low and being inconspicuous, right?
sure you are.
Good job.
Well,
Good job,
I'm sure
everybody.
they're an oddity. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's staring at them. And
There's a little kid next to you, like that's really short. That's also really looking up at it.
yeah,
There's both of you. That's awesome.
you know,
Yes,
like those
and
stoic
children.
British soldiers, you know, that people make fun of and try to
The
make
Queen's
them
Guard?
smile. Yeah, the Queen's Guard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll just keep walking behind the. I'll just keep
Yep.
looking for security at the security systems and cameras as following the group.
Okay. So are you all turning to the left? I see Kasari is over here. Are you all going straight or what are you doing? Or are you going to the right? I think to the right is where the elevators are. I just don't know if you're going there first.
I can't seem to get Darnell away from the robot, so
He is. He's
I'm
really
not
stuck
quite
on it.
sure.
Yeah, I'm walking away.
We did just spend 15 minutes with Darnell and the robot.
To learn nothing.
Okay, so
Wait.
Ammon
Why
is
don't we
trying
just
so hard to get
mull
everybody
about-
to go forward.
Yes, I'm going with you, Emin. Through my communicator, I say, I think they are sealed systems,
Okay,
and I do believe they are actually robots.
they don't have mouths.
So here's something I have in mind. Our target is food replication. There is a large dining area. Let's at least check this out. See if there's anything to learn here. We have time. We can move around once everyone has found their cabins.
I'm gonna
I mean,
bring
we're
you
not
back.
supposed to be sleeping in the auditorium? These are
Well,
cheap
it's a really
seats.
boring movie.
It's Titanic. It's about a ship that crashes. Crazy.
But not a spaceship, so we should be okay.
Wayne, I assume you're gonna make your way up there as well to
Well,
this.
actually,
Or are you doing something different?
Matthias, well, he figures it might be safe to sit here at the corner and just be playing with a toothpick in his mouth or something. Now, it may take a while because it's only at a 50% success rate, but I have clairsentience,
Okay.
to see distant, and so I don't need to walk up and trigger the robot's defense protocols or whatever. I can just sit there at the corner and stare beyond in the direction of the engines, looking to eventually pick a sight point far enough past the engines to find the replicators and kind of build a mental map of where everything is. Somebody might come along and roust me at some point, but I figure at basically a 10 or less success, 3 times per turn, you give me some minutes, I will probably have a good chunk mapped out. So he's trying to do that.
Well, so you kind of already know the schematic or the layout, or what?
Okay.
So I mean, because you would have had a map beforehand, so kind of
Right,
generally,
but
what.
how about defenses, where the locked doors are, and so forth? Is there information I could gain by actually using my power that wasn't on the schematic?
I mean, so you could kind of see who all's gone in and out of this. I mean, you know that this robot that's in front of you,
Yeah.
down that hallway, is standing in front of the door that leads to the reactor room, but also the replication area. You've seen. Let's say you're just. Is precog where you see what has happened, or you? What do you?
I'm using
Precog is what's gonna
I'm using clairsentience, which is on page 46, or yeah, 46 of
Cl-
Extinction Event.
So you can.
Clairsentience is just remote sight.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah, that's very cool. Yeah, good idea.
So I mean, if nothing else, Jason, I might be able to spot which of the Zeppelin staff have duties back there. So whenever they come up front to eat or something, we can beat them up and take their keys and head on back there.
Beat them up. Take
Oh,
their keys.
beat him up. That's my job.
So,
Well, Ammon's got a trick for that if you'd like to know. We find someone who has security access. He gets to know them, shakes their hand. He has retrocognitive clairsentience. He watches what he did when he entered the keypad entry and figures out how to get through the door.
Oh, nice.
We don't need to beat anyone up.
Well, we don't need
Where-
to.
Where's the fun? in
I
that?
know. Some people are just wanting to.
Exactly.
some people just
yeah,
want to.
that's. I mean, he
So,
wants to kill him, and I like to beat him up.
so
That's a good way to get attention.
Matthias, you stay there for a little while. First of all, is your powers visible?
Clairsentience
don't
is
think-
imperceptible.
Yeah, it's just a sense. Clairsentience is a sense.
Okay.
sense.
So you're going to be sitting here for a little while because nobody is going back that way. When they do, if anybody kind of veers off, little children or something, the robot menacingly steps forward, and they kind of not flip out, but it startles them, and they turn back around. So people aren't going that direction, and most of the people, kind of like Ammon was going, they're going up toward that main area.
I know, but like the ship owner, he has staff. I was just trying to see the faces of the staff that regularly has duties in the Forbidden Zone.
You're having to just watch them as they go through, and just see if anybody goes in there. Right? You're not looking in the past.
Well, I'm not doing time. It's like having live remote viewing. I set my viewpoint, blind roll to pick a hex 50 hexes ahead of me, and I see what's there as though I had a TV camera there. That's what this clairsentience is.
Sure.
View distant people, places, and events. So I'm basically using it as a poor man's telescopic vision that can see through walls, a small section at a time. Because it's like I throw a sight grenade that lands somewhere off in the distance, and then I see the immediate surroundings. And I was going to rinse and repeat that, paying endurance every phase, to see multiple separate locations in sequence.
Yeah, and I'm trying to say that while you're looking back there, you're going to be doing that for a long time, right? You're trying to just see who passes through, what's going on behind closed door.
I'm not picking like one location and watching it for 5 minutes. Every 4 seconds, I'm shifting to a new camera location, basically. So I'm not caring about a certain 1 hex radius never moving. I look at that 1 hex radius. If no one's there, then I'll look 10 hexes deeper or 10 hexes to the right. It's like a search pattern, basically.
Yeah, I need to have more understanding of what you're trying to find, because I don't.
Like I said, this vehicle this big has human staff that are responsible for keeping all the machinery running.
Sure.
Right. This is the back office staff. Because they're in the back office right now, I don't know what their faces look like. But by scanning randomly around the back of the vehicle, I will learn their faces so that if I see there's somebody important who's like working on the replicators back there, and like an hour later I see them up in the cafeteria, I can point them out to the team. We need to get that guy and get his pass card or something.
Okay, that I just needed to know what you were trying to find by doing that strategy, because I couldn't.
Somebody important enough to give us so that we could beat him up and take his security key.
Okay, so let's say you will do that for some seconds, you're kind of scanning particular spots behind the door that the robot is guarding, and like you look to the right, you see nobody is back there. You look to the kind of like in this little area where it says walk, there's no one there. You look around, and then finally you see a bot that's standing there. But there's not a person back there except for that bot. And I guess what I will say is make a perception roll. And is there any negatives for that precog doorway or that's the distance sight?
You just have to roll to activate, right?
Wayne, you there? Did we lose you, Wayne? Do you all hear me?
Yes.
I do hear you. I don't hear Wayne.
Okay.
He's got his mic off.
And I don't see him on my Discord, so.
Oh, no, he's just muted himself. Okay. Well, I will assume that maybe he had to step away for a moment. But he can take his rolls and see what he sees when he gets back. While we wait on him, for the rest of you all, what are you all doing? He's lingering and just kind of looking into that back area. What are y'all doing? Looks like you all were going up to the dining area. Let's just take it in turn. Ammon, what are you doing? You're standing in front of the concierge.
Well, he's hoping to get into this area and speak with the chef or meet the chef. And
Yeah.
because that was talked about while we were given our briefing. And, if he can get any information from him, that's what he's going to try and do.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll have a little conversation with the chef. Anybody else? What are you doing?
I would like to speak to the concierge and tell him how incredibly impressed I am with the ship and obviously the technology, the food replicator technology. And I wondered if, like sometimes the captain will give tours of the ship to people, if there is a way to get a group to take a tour of the food replicator.
Oh, he make a roll. Do you have a applicable roll for persuasion there?
Persuasion,
Persuasion, yeah.
intimidation, charm.
Are you going to use your
Oh,
hero points here?
I am going to use one hero point to make it.
Yeah. So he's impressed. You can tell that you are genuinely appreciative of the design and aesthetic. Maybe you complimented the oak grain, wood grain. And you're having a good conversation, and he mentions to you that if you would like, he can make an introduction to you to the owners of the ship, since you are clearly an aficionado of this type of design. He mentions the owner by name. Her name is, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Aneki Stridum.
All right. A Neki. All right.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. It would be amazing. I have some friends with me that I would love for them to come along. I think it would be a great opportunity to meet the owner of this fine ship.
Yeah, and once you mention the replicator tour, his face furrows. Good sir, we will make the introductions to the Aneki family or to the Stridum family. But I regret to inform you that we will not be making a tour, either public or private, of the food replication process.
Well, perhaps I can persuade Miss Aneki to the contrary. Obviously, that is one of the key points of the ship. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's incredible technology.
He agrees, and it is also incredibly secure by our embedded, and he references the same RSA 1024 artificial intelligent robotics security systems. We will not be bringing a tour to our most secure resources on ship.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
Okay, Ammon or Kasori or TSB, what are you doing? You are overhearing all this conversation, of course.
Yeah, okay. As soon as he mentions the security bots, I'm going to, in my mind, run over what I know of that um, security protocol systems. And I made it by 5.
Yeah, so maybe that's interesting. It triggers something. Um, that RSA technology is owned by SkyMind Industries, and when you hear over the mental link the owner Ineki Stridum, that's
Mhm.
the head of that industry of that.
Okay.
They're a major space exploration firm, and it's kind of rare that even that you all would be on a ship with the Stridum family.
Okay.
What was
The
the name of the company again?
I mind
SkyMind, hmm
Industries.
and it's the bots are a particular line of technology developed by SkyMind Industries. You're looking for something else there, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm running through my.
Are the robot capabilities kind of
Yeah.
secret, like proprietary technology that no one knows what they do, or could we have had some knowledge since it's kind of such a large company type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, you know of this bot line. They are primarily used in their space exploration, maybe even like tasks in outer space. Um, it's not unexpected that they could be security forces, but you all wouldn't have just immediately assumed that this
It
bot
would be.
line. Yeah, but it's also not something where you go, oh no, it's just, oh, okay. I mean, we know of this, and not everybody knows of this. Obviously, TSB does. Um, and I guess if others of you want to make an intelligence roll to see if you just, or if you have a knowledge skill around the major space exploration units or firms in Extinction Event, but I'm giving it
As
because of the good roll and security systems that he did there.
as a computer engineer, would I know something about it?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, this is a pretty well-known firm.
Jason, are you asking all of us if we have a relevant
Jesus.
skill?
Yeah, if you have a relevant skill for that, because
Sure.
you're hearing this over the mental link, and
Okay.
it's
Um,
Kasori knows
Matthias.
nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Matthias has professional skill, spaceship parts sales.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
that's definitely, this is a space exploration company, so
Yeah.
you want to use that, definitely.
Did you ever think you would actually use that skill?
I picked it out when I decided to be more like Amos Burton in The Expanse. I made sure to grab science, fusion, rocket drives, and photo propulsion, and then I
Very
decided that he'd be
nice.
into the sales of the parts and so forth, and so I
That's awesome.
grabbed that.
I think it goes to Jason that he's such a good GM that he would actually put a situation in the game where you would actually get to use that skill.
There is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. One sec. Oh. Okay. Let me. I'll have to fix something. I guess. This was my free or like 1 point thrown in with every man professional skill, and the mod's calling it 8 or less when it's actually an 11 or less on my character sheet. So
Mm-hmm.
give me a second to make that roll for target number 11, and I make it by 1.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty
And
awesome.
Oh,
yeah, and like I said, if it helps, I have the relevant science skills on fusion rocket drives and photo propulsion systems. I might have heard names of companies that way too.
Yeah, you're recognizing this this space exploration firm, um, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna give you. You definitely recognize it. You know a lot about their mining operations. They have mining operations on Mars, um, and this is obviously this vessel is going to Mars. And Miss Stridham is very much a kind of a tech, software development, that kind of stuff. Very, very much known for building companies, selling software companies, that kind of stuff.
Darnell knows nothing about these people or this company, so he's wondering why he was picked for this mission.
You didn't have skills for spaceship? What?
I
kidding.
I failed my engineering
Oh.
rules. I failed my. It's like, why the hell am I here? I don't know any of this.
You rolled a 16. I didn't see that. That's awesome.
Well, you'd mentioned the family. If they're a member of the rich or the high society, Damien made his high society roll by 2.
Nice.
You recognize the husband and the wife. You probably know about the daughter too. And you know when they did the introductions in the beginning, she was standing very gloweringly. Teenage daughter, rebellion, doesn't even want to be on this ship. Thinks it's the stupidest thing ever. Yeah.
And when it gets hijacked, she'll be right.
Yep. She has a looping eye roll animation.
That's awesome. I've got to do that now. She doesn't, but I've got to do that.
Well, actually, if that's mentioned in some way, like we might be able to use her as a back way in.
Now you're thinking, we kidnap her and we demand that they provide us with the information.
At gunpoint.
No.
We found Patty Hearst. She just needs to have Stockholm syndrome and identify with us.
Aha!
Yes.
Great.
Exactly.
We have a
Not in real life.
That's
I'm
awesome.
going to get you all dictionaries for Christmas so that you can look up what subtle means.
This is supposed to be a covert mission, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Somebody 6 foot 6 inches
7?
tall with
That's funny.
20 strength. So he's well built.
Are you saying we shouldn't have
no
chosen
stuff.
you for this mission?
It's awesome.
He's here to confiscate.
A child.
Great. And
Whatever
when we find
he's
the
told me.
technology, you can rip it out of the wall.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now we have a plan.
No.
It's awesome.
Be careful what you say.
Your words can be used against you.
Okay, so people are milling up the way. You all are probably closer to the back now because you've stopped to talk to the concierge. People are, finding spots around the tables. Waiters are coming out and beginning to take food orders. What do you all do?
I'm
Hey,
watching
Thomas.
Yes.
Hey, Thomas, why don't you sweet talk the cook and see if you can get us a tour of the replicator?
Well, that was what Ammon was doing. He'd already said he was trying to talk to the chef.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to?
I was letting you all have your turns.
What do you want to do? What do you want to try to say to the chef to get her, or to do anything actually?
Oh, it's a she? Even
yes.
better.
Yes. I
Well,
like your buns.
Well, he's going to try and be very smooth in a way that I can't role play. Just gracious, and what she's doing here for the ship and humanity itself, and the missions to Mars, and not everyone can do what she's doing here, and he's very grateful for it. Turning on the charm, and just he's not bringing anything up besides that. He's just trying to make a good first impression.
Okay. Do you have a particular charm skill or a persuasion skill?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why don't you roll it? See if it's good. This is where
Charm.
Oh gosh.
Conversation.
So it was like a good conversation, but you kept spitting in her face? Like you were like glittles
Well,
were coming out.
she just is not receptive to his type of
Yeah, but it's like there's
the
something
way
like
he acts.
yeah. I'm just making up a reason why you failed your charm roll so bad.
Mhm.
You have broccoli. in
Not
your
into men.
Yeah, yeah.
teeth. Not into
Not that he was
men.
trying to persuade her or anything, but he's trying to make a good first impression. The
Yeah, I
persuasion was,
Yeah, I mean it's I would say you haven't hurt yourself, but what is your what is the thing that you would try to persuade her about?
just that it's not so much persuading her, but trying to make a nice impression so that in the future she'd be receptive to things he might say.
Yeah, so she's gonna remember you positively, but it's quirky. Like there was a weirdness about it, but she's like, okay, I mean that was really kind, weird, but kind.
Well, oh well.
Out of real life for me.
Like, well, it seems like a nice guy. I don't know that I really want to have it. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
with a very nice meeting you.
Yes, exactly right.
Oh well, maybe we will just have to rip it out of the wall.
Yeah. See, now you're getting to my point.
I'd say Plan B, but I think that's probably more like Plan F.
Just rip it out of the wall. Opens a hole. The vacuum anti-gravity goes off. Everybody's sucked out of the building. Yeah, but you got the replicator technology. Oh, that's funny. So who's next? Who wants to take their next action attempt?
Hey, the person that knew the high society and kind of knew, maybe they can talk to the owner or the daughter.
Well, I don't have a habit of talking to teenage girls, but I can talk to the owners.
You make
perhaps.
it sound so dirty.
Golly.
Well, you tell me. Would you like a 30-some-year-old man to come up to your teenage daughter
True,
just
true,
randomly?
true.
Well, okay, if you put it that way.
So-
Where are the
I mean, it's less obnoxious than kidnapping her, but
It's a little
we
creepy.
all have our ways.
Not
It's a
by
little
much.
creepy.
True. Well, I also suggested that you speak to the mother. I don't know. Either way, I think either way works.
Oh,
You seem to know a little bit more about the high society. I'm
Well,
just trying to.
you saw how well it went with the chef.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's
you
really
know.
nice. If I could do that voice, that was the best. It's really nice to meet you.
You look really nice. I appreciate it.
where are the waiters coming and going from?
Oh, that's a great question. So the waiters are coming. Oh, why can't I see the sides? So they are coming from this back down this main stairwell, and they are kind of like on the edges. You see where the main stairwell has green carpet and then black carpet on at the sides. They're coming up and down that area, and
So
then
they are coming back from behind the
Mhm.
kind of where the engine room is.
yeah, they may have to make their way through that as well. Not a well designed. There's not a. I'm kidding. There's not a. Clearly, there's not a kitchen area, so they don't really have to have that.
Okay, so when they're going to be bringing out food, they're actually going to come up and down the stairs.
That's right.
I want to see where they're. Basically, I want to see where they're coming and going from once they start bringing food out, because that's where the food replicator is going to be.
Yeah. So there are two. No, it's that one line, and it's going to take them back behind that robot that Wayne is watching.
Yeah. Speaking of which, shall I roll
Yeah,
that 10 or less on the?
Yeah.
Is he still staring at that robot?
He's been staring at the robot the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I think he stepped
just
away.
got lost in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him in the channel. I don't know if you guys see him, but I don't see him.
All right. So the first attempt to find a spot beyond fails, but in theory, I was spending a few minutes doing this, which is
Yeah. Get a couple of rolls in if you don't mind. Yeah.
yeah, sure. It's like 15 rolls per minute if it matters.
You're getting closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aha!
Hey.
There we go. I found somewhere. Maybe the ship's in motion or something, and that's playing havoc with my powers.
Yeah. So the ship has taken off now, and you all are just kind of making your way around, milling around, and you see behind the door,
Mhm.
and there's not people in there. It's empty. And you can kind of maybe there's like a cloud of vision around you, and the particular area that you found is right. How do I show you?
Beyond. Yeah.
It's like right
My point of
here.
view. Okay, I think I see. I'm in the hallway, but I'll move on over towards. I see. You're arrowing in the engine. I think.
Uh-huh.
There.
That's
Yeah.
and they're
Okay.
in the kind of the cloud of vision that you see right there. You don't see anybody around it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
you
think that becomes my point of perception.
okay, so maybe make a perception roll now.
Sure. Yeah. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and click that. That's where is. Oh, per got thrown into skills. Give me a sec. There it is. Okay, so that's a succeed by 0. Yeah, whenever I use clairsentience, it says as though I were standing some distance away from my current position. So yeah, I can't move that perception point around, but where you put the arrow, I can 360 look around from there and I see what I see.
Okay. So then you just generally see I'm gonna take a photograph of it so that I can put it in the
Aha. You like a GM handouts channel or a clairsentience channel.
yeah, I'm gonna just trust everybody. Play it right. I'm gonna put another photograph out. This is not what you see. This is what you see. I'm gonna let you digest on that for a little bit.
Okay, sure, go on.
All right. Others that are milling about the main area where the I'm trapped in the engine room. I can't get out. Okay, finally. Y'all are kind of in the dining area. Anybody want to take any particular actions? You were watching to see where they went, Jerry, and the chefs are going up and down the stairs, going back toward where you originally came in, but you don't see it past that unless you follow them, of course.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to follow him right now.
Okay.
So they're coming by this robot here, correct?
I don't know.
The one
Yeah,
closest to the
uh-huh.
elevator.
Yeah, but you don't see
Okay.
that. So I mean,
Right,
they
right.
they come down that area. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, no. Even Wayne wouldn't see it because he's looking through his second sight.
Well, I just
There's a specific disadvantage, Jason, where you're called blackout, I think, where you stop seeing through your regular eyes when you're using clairsentience at a distance. The power doesn't seem to have that disadvantage in Extinction event, so I understand my eyes to continue to work around me.
Okay. Yeah. So you see people passing by you, and maybe even someone is like as orders start. So your second sight that you were using was before everybody got seated into the dining room. So you see the image that I sent to you is before this, right? Then maybe a minute or a couple later, a few minutes later, you start to see waiters walking back and then open the door. And what you see, maybe make a perception roll to see if you notice this. Yeah, they hold their hand on the door handle for longer than a second, and then they are able to turn the door and go in. So the door
Excellent.
handle has like a protruding up and down knob. It's not a hand knob. You can see it, I think. And that's how they open the door.
Are you saying it's a mechanical thing, or it's more like they're holding their hand there long enough for a palm print read or something?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you technical in your character?
I am mechanics and electronics, among other skills.
Yeah. So with electronics, you would know there. It probably is something where something's happening on that handle um, when they hold it for a second. Like kind of like whenever you,
Fixed.
yeah, whenever you like a magnet
Oh, holy
door.
cow! Succeed by 8 on electronics.
Yeah, you've seen this model before.
I'll be telling people over the mind link.
Yeah, it's one where it's got a biometric built into the handle of the door.
I may be able to scramble that long enough for us to gain entry if that comes to it. If it comes to that.
Anybody who hasn't taken an action in a while, maybe Sean, you want to do anything with your character?
So the doors that they go through, so over here by father.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's he's the co-owner of this ship with Miss Stridham.
Okay. Um, are can you see through the door? Like, is it a window that you could see
You might have
into the other side?
whenever it was originally a zeppelin, but it's been like blackened out. You can't
Okay.
see through it.
Because what what I'd like to do is when we're wandering through the area, getting a feel for the place. Anything that I can see through, I could teleport through.
Oh,
Right. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, is ways that I can get further in.
have you looked around the ship enough to know some places yet? I mean, because if you want to just wander around, right now you're standing in the open atrium area. Did you go sit down for food, or what are you doing? You're just wandering around.
Well, I thought that we as a group had stuck together when we're wandering around, so number one, we know where the elevator is, so we know where we have to get under to get our weapons. Um, and we probably tried a couple doors that wouldn't let us through, that sort of thing. And so anything that's along those lines where I'm looking to be able to sneak further. Now, I also have an invisibility to sight suit that I probably could have worn as part of what I'm wearing when we came in.
Is it
So
what type of invisibility to sight? Is it all sight, or is it just normal sight?
let me tell you. It's a stealth suit, invisibility to sight group, persistent, reduced endurance to 0, extra time only to activate, chameleon.
So it just makes you blend in a way that makes you. And sight group includes all sight, right? UV,
Yes.
everything. Okay, cool. Okay. At some point in time, are you going to try to turn that on, or you don't have it on right now, right?
I don't have it on right now. I'm sticking near the group, looking for places where I would be able to get to that the others couldn't.
Okay, so right now your character is located down in the atrium. Do you actually want to be near Ammon and Darnell, or do you want to be near TSB, or do you want to be near Matthias? Where's your character?
Who's the one? Is it Ammon who gives us the?
The buff, yeah, to the
Yes.
Yep, yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Well,
stick closer
he
to.
alters your
Admiral.
aura. It was
Yeah.
someone else who gave the bonus to.
Matthias,
that was
if you're
Matthias.
Yeah.
if you're standing within a hex or two of me, you may get visions of I'm going to dodge that attack.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll probably have to change that power to be selective because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that through the mind link, I'll say most people are sitting down for the first meal. We should probably do the same.
I'm gonna trigger something with Matthias. Um, do you see? Have you had a chance to kind of examine that photograph? What you see?
Yeah, I saw the photograph, and let's see. The only odd thing here is that big pile of trash to the right of the robot. So maybe if I've still got my clairsentience, a perception roll to specifically try to learn more about that thing. I'm at whatever range I'm at, so assign me an appropriate range penalty for my perception. I guess I can brace. Can I brace a perception roll?
One second. Let me tell you what it is that you are far from it first, and then I'll. Is it brace only for an attack?
Maybe it is. I was just trying to think of any way at all I could improve my perception, and that was the was it?
So
Was
it's
it brace does range penalties versus shooting, but I don't know if it does it for perception.
yeah, it doesn't feel like it is. I mean, you need to buy the brace, the penalty,
I need a squint maneuver is what I need.
yeah, it's 12 meters away. So that is.
That's for 8 meters is no penalty, so -1 it sounds like 6 hexes.
That's right. It is -1.
All right, so I'll go ahead and click on perception and just apply the -1 to it. And I failed by 2 then.
Hmm.
So squinting maneuver doesn't work, it seems.
Okay. I mean, you see something, and maybe it's just the cloud of distance through which you're seeing, but you really can't make out what that thing is in front of the. You said it's garbage. It's clearly not garbage, but you don't know what it is.
Is it moving?
Yes. I'm not going to give you more because you failed your perception
fine.
roll, but it
I
is
know.
moving. Yes.
Moving is enough to make myself concerned because this is a world that has had and may still have some amount of superheroes lying around somewhere. So,
Or aliens?
things Matthias was not meant to know. But what I can do, if I get another action in here, I can roll my clairsentience 10 or less again to try to move my viewpoint closer so I'm no longer facing a penalty.
Sure. Why don't you try that?
Okay, so roll versus target number 10. Not this phase. I can keep trying if you let me have time, but if you roust me with security, then I guess not.
Yeah. I will say, as everybody's sitting down, you hear Kasori suggest that everybody sits down for a meal, and at that very moment, you see that moving, whatever it is, at a distance inside the kind of the replicator room.
Yeah. So, if this were a movie, Matthias would be cursing under his breath, and he needs to go figure out what the situation is in the meal room, so he doesn't raise any suspicions. He's not going to say anything about that thing over the link just yet. He's going to look for a better opportunity.
There's also this oozing slime in the replicator room, but Matthias is not saying anything to everybody.
Well, I want to say it in person. I want to be able to whisper it, not over. We're using a technological mind link, right?
Yeah.
So just in case someone's listening in on us, Matthias is determined to let's see, find at least one of the group that maybe hasn't sat down yet, and just at least mention there's some kind of mobile slime, maybe a super in the replicator area.
And you're not at that corner anymore, or are you?
Yeah. If I got shunted away, I mean, I don't know if I would have had to avoid suspicion? Because since I can still see out of my own eyes, that means I can
Yeah,
maneuver myself somewhere less auspicious. But of course, he's have some kind of 1,000-yard stare while he's using his power, even though no one can see anything going on. So I
yeah,
maybe would need to be sitting near a window, looking out the window, admiring the sky or something as cover.
yeah. Because soon enough, you're gonna see these people with the waiters coming through, and so you are
Yeah.
gonna need to get out of the way because it's gonna be weird that you're just kind of lingering at the corner. But there is a window at the end of the hall that is next to where the old man is. I just lost my spot. Where am I?
Yeah, the owner father down the hallway you're referring to, or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow I got under the table, and I can't get out from under the table. Trying to get up. First person, get me up there. There you go. I'm back. I mean, anybody watching that video, somehow I ended up
Underneath the table.
weird. So where do you end up? No, there's not a window. It's a painting. Darn it. So where could you actually look out? Not really a place. You're gonna have to go back up to the main area where they are about to dine, because there's a big windows up there. But if you're just trying to find a window to look out of, that's the only place you're gonna really find it. Okay, I don't know if we did lose him. He's muted again. Others, if you all will take.
Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
So there's not really a place for you to look out a window except on the main levels, not in these hallways. So if you want to kind of stare off somewhere, you're gonna have to leave that spot and come up here where everybody else is.
Yeah, well, I mean, once I've placed my clairsentience point, I think I can walk around and my viewpoint remains.
Okay.
So I don't know if you ruled that would make me look like I'm walking funny or something while maintaining my concentration at the perception point, but I still have to assume he's somewhat practiced at it by now, but feel free to assign appropriate roles to NPCs.
Yeah, I mean it's curious. People are like, "What? That's a weird." I guess funny.
He's French. That's his excuse.
Okay, so you are maybe looking out a window. You're not up there yet, but I'm just going to assume that you do. You see the rest of the group kind of meandering around. I'm going to skip you for a little while and go to others.
Sure.
Who hasn't
Go
taken a turn in a little while? Maybe
Jerry.
Jerry. Yeah, what do you want to do? Jerry or Carlos or even Dirty Bird?
So,
yeah.
Well, I've gone quite a bit. I want to do something, but if Dirty Bird or Jerry want to do something first, that's fine.
You guys?
I'm good for right now. Damien is patient. We have plenty of time.
Are you sitting down and ordering food, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought the team was gonna all sit down and
Okay.
together
We'll do that.
something.
We just let him and just got flopped away. Are you like trying to get bone? No, you fell.
Well,
Landed on his feet.
Always.
so I want to talk to the chef and just ask her. Also, you know, kinda
Yeah,
you're
good luck.
the
The
chef
chef's a
of the
little
ship.
weird.
Yeah. So what exactly does a chef do in a ship where all the food is automatically created?
Oh, she says that's
Replicated.
a silly question. I design the food, and she says I am you know, she actually says I'm a classically trained programmer in the food programming arts. And I have designed these meals for our replicator device.
Oh,
Without,
that's fantastic. But once you design them and you have the replicators do them, what do you do the rest of the time?
Are you insulting me? How
No, I'm just
dare you?
I'm just wondering what you do.
She takes
in
her
a
head.
warned you.
long voyage.
What am I doing? After I designed the food, why don't they just fire me? I'm worthless
No,
now.
I mean, is that what you're doing for the rest of the trip? You design new foods, or I mean, what do you do once the replicators are set up?
What do I do all day? I might as well get a real job, she says.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
She's like, you be careful, man. If you want food on this ship, you've insulted the wrong person. She storms off.
And I
Ain't
thought my
nobody having
interaction
any.
was tough.
Damn, what the hell am I doing in this mission?
What do you do all day after you've done this work? That's the best line.
That's a freaking. It's a legitimate question.
Yeah, I guess
Just
it
so you
is.
know, subtle is spelt S-U-B.
That's awesome.
P-R-U-C-K.
Man, people are really touchy here. The concierge is rude. The cook can't figure out what she does all day.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I'm just gonna
awesome.
I'm gonna sit down here.
I mean, it's not like we're trying to infiltrate or anything, right?
Yeah, I was trying to make some conversation.
Okay.
I mean to insult her.
I almost added the sitting pose to my mini, but
Yeah, and that's a great. I've thought about doing all that to a lot of them too, just because the realism that we put in these. The
I'm
chef.
just gonna say what I want to say with Matthias. He seems to know what the hell he's doing.
whoever just pissed off the chef, I'm going to be at a different table.
Yeah. When Matthias isn't looking, I'll trade plates.
So, make a perception roll, Wayne, if you don't mind,
Sure. Let's see here. Mouse.
because the chef is walking into your. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
The chef
There you
walks
go.
in to the field of view for you, and
No, I'll turn and play human.
say again.
I will turn and play human. Make eye contact and then go back.
No,
to
no. The chef walked into the field of view for your second sight.
Oh my! Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I'm now watching intently because I want to see if the mobile blob of whatever eats the chef.
Yeah. So, the chef walks up. Make a Oh, you already did make a perception roll. You see her. She has got just disgust and surprise on her face. And she kind of like gets up close to the blob.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's teleported above. Sorry. Gets up close to the blob, and as soon as she
Blob has a big radius.
oh my gosh, I can't. It's the thing. But you see the chef not disintegrate, but is now
Blob.
a blob.
Aha!
See, and that was all because of me.
You insulted her. She ran off and took her own life. I'm kidding. She didn't. Yeah.
Aha! I was counting on that.
Just as I planned. You can't get the chef out of the way, but she's not there anymore. I guess she isn't I guess it isn't really necessary since the food's already pre-programmed. It doesn't really matter that she's a blob.
Yeah.
Matthias, that chef is she's really slimy.
Oh,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Yes. Somewhere in here, I'll have to arrange to speak with people. Just FYI, so that I could keep up the end on clairsentience forever. I'm voluntarily speed 2 while we're in non-combat, so I can, keep watching my perch, as it were.
Oh yeah, because that's endurance too, right? You're really.
It is. It's 2. I'm recovery 4. So if I voluntarily am at speed 2,
So you'll be
then
okay.
I just play endurance. Yeah, exactly. So I may be walking around a bit more slowly, but this is of course a fascinating, great ship that everyone should be in awe of, anyways. So I have cover for that. And I would probably want to start making the rounds, talking to friends. I see you've already got Darnell over here. I'm going to, by actual whispers, not by the mind link radio, whatever, I'm going to let Darnell know, and then let him know that I'm going to slowly make my way to see our friends, let them know one by one.
So you tell me she turned into a slob?
Well, I'll explain what I saw. But yeah,
Okay.
so we're dealing with body snatchers, shapeshifters. I don't know, but I'm going to make sure all of you know, and not on our radio. So however long
Darnell's
that
eyes, he opens up really wide, and he's kind
Yeah.
of like not talking.
Yeah. So Jason, Matthias will spend some time making the rounds at speed 2 with 14 meters of movement or whatever, just letting each of our people know in turn, as long as there's no staff here to overhear when I'm talking to someone. And
I
I'm
don't.
hoping for no parabolic microphones either.
Yeah, and I don't know how long it would take you to notice what's happening in that other room.
Yeah.
But the bot cleans up the slimes.
Both of them?
Yes.
What does?
Now we know where the
Alright.
base for the food comes from.
Yeah. My theory, Jason.
We're on Soylent
that is-
Green.
My theory that I'm spreading around has now turned into a person or a AI is making fake people through the replicator and slime goo and has some ulterior motive.
Hey, Joe.
I wonder how people look at you as you say that to them.
Hey guys, did any of you guys piss off anyone in our club?
Why did
I'm
we get
wondering
this?
why the hell I got stuck in this mission, and now that I know this, I wonder if that's why we're here.
Are we in trouble?
Yeah, mission to dispose of us, right?
Yeah.
So waiters are working through, going back in the back room, getting food out of the replicator now, and they're bringing it back through the door, up to the tables. So this has all happened, but the slimes are gone. Waiters are punching stuff into the replicator, getting the food orders ready, and then they're kind of making their way back.
I think I just suddenly lost my appetite.
I'm gonna be watching other people eat this stuff and see what happens to them.
So is anybody eating the food they ordered?
No, not after he's told us that.
He only whispered that to one person. He didn't tell us on the
he's-
comms.
No, he didn't tell us on the comm, but he also
I was
said
making
that
the
he
rounds.
told
Yeah,
everybody.
he went around.
Yeah, whispering
Huh.
individually to people.
So very soon after maybe the first few people take their bites, they are sitting at their tables and they just into slime. And
Definitely not going to eat.
there's just screaming, and maybe the food that gets delivered to that half on this side, you can see some slimes on tables. That group is slime, but everybody on y'all's side hasn't gotten their food yet, and they're horrified.
So the people that ate the food and face planted turned into slimes?
That's right.
Oh shit. Now I know I pissed somebody off.
Running through my memory of the gifted disciplines, is there anything? I rolled a 12. Is there anything that I can think of that
Would do this.
does this
No,
that we know about so far?
no,
Okay.
there's no power that. Yeah, I mean, someone poisoned the water hole. I mean, I don't know another. Yeah, I don't know another.
How are the robots reacting to this? The AI.
Who asking that question? Because the AI's on the open floor that you're at they're just standing there monitoring. Obviously, why can't I think of Wayne's character's name right now?
Matthias.
He saw the
Matthias.
robot clean up mess back,
Oh.
but
Okay.
I don't think
No,
he's told. I don't think he's told you that.
No, but I'm looking at the robot, by my table. As I'm looking at these people turning into slime and everyone else screaming, I look at the bot and see what he's doing.
Just kind of standing at attention. It's
You're in cahoots.
hysteria in that room, though. I mean, the
Yeah.
waiters are flipping out. They've dropped their food that they were carrying on the ground, and just kind of like running all over the place. So there's kind of some hysteria forming right now, kind of the beginning of hysteria, of course.
This is probably a good time to go get our
Oh,
weapons.
Our guns. Who said that? I'm
TSB.
running.
TSB.
I'm running to the elevator.
okay. Remember, so this hysteria, you can run and no one's going to flip out about that. Is it everybody running toward that elevator or some people staying behind? What are you doing?
Not that I think my little gun's gonna do anything to these blobs.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to touch these things, but that's about all I can do. Yeah.
Are you all going toward the elevators, or who is? I just need to know who's going and who's not.
Ammon's going. This is a good enough cover as anything.
Yeah.
Matthias is going. He might be the one who needs to jigger
Matthias.
something mechanical.
Yes, B.
I'll go as
Yes,
well.
Okay, so the whole team makes their way over toward the elevator. As you are running, you kind of come face to face with the bot that's in that hallway. Bot's still standing there, and is in the way of you all getting toward that elevator.
Danger sense? I have it as a sense.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous.
Yes.
You can always roll. You don't have to tell me. It's like 12 or less.
Oh no, it's just clear though. I mean, I think pretty much all of you would know it too, but you kind of know better. Oh yeah.
So the bot has moved to block the elevator?
Well, it's been standing there the whole time, but it does look
Okay.
menacing in a way that is clearly it's ominous. Like, and in the moment of hysteria, for the bot to just be standing there glowering at you again, this is a glowering bot. They do that. Glowering. How do you say it?
It is
Glowering.
Glowering.
Wow,
Yes. It doesn't have a mouth, but yeah.
So over the communicator, I will say, is it still time to be subtle?
No.
Okay, I'm using my smart tech scrambler to see if these guys have stun. Basically,
Yeah, make your.
I'm
Is there a roll that helps you do that, or is it just or is it a
Well,
power
it's
or a
a-
roll?
it's-
Yeah.
it's mental blast basically. So I'm using my OCV against it.
Okay, so target it.
All right. Where?
Having trouble
Yes,
hearing
I'll-
you again, Carlos.
Oh balls! Can you hear
Hmm.
me better?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I heard those balls loud and clear.
All right.
These
Here we
nuts.
go.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're not down there, are you? My gosh, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I was running towards the elevator, but I haven't moved my
But that
my
wouldn't
tune
hit anyway, so you really don't.
So did I hit? Oh,
Oh, you rolled the power, but you didn't actually roll to hit.
yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. So let me roll to hit. I have OMCV 5. So I hit DC OMCV of 4. Oh, but wait, I have to roll to activate my power. And that is on a.
Oh, whoa! Everybody moving up there real fast. Haha, nice try.
So
Right.
I
Oh, I
on
thought
an
that's
11.
where we were going to.
Well, you got to get past him first.
So my
Yeah,
power
this is
activated.
Mhm.
My power activated, and I hit OMCV of 4.
You are not able to locate a mind.
Oh shit, they're just pure robots. I'll communicate that to everybody in case it's pertinent.
Do any of us have control over electronics?
This is not Axiom. I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm
It's not Axiom. It's not Axiom you need to worry about. It would be Cipher.
Oh, true.
I just-
I forgot. I got the wrong name. Yeah.
So let me just make clear. This mental blast works on machines. So it's so if it's an AI and it does have, so it
Programming?
works. It
Okay.
would work on an AI
Okay.
if he has stun.
Okay, so you can grip onto it, but you're not going to be able to. Whatever the equivalent word is. No, it's not got stun.
Gotcha. So it's an automaton in metagaming terms.
That's
Okay.
true. That's true. Which
Okay,
is-
down at the bottom of this ramp, while Darnell is doing his mental power thing, I'm gonna stop and concentrate and create a handful of marbles.
Zuzu's not Zuzu's puddles. What is Peter Pan where he's got his marbles? I can't remember. Why can't I remember that?
In Hook, he lost his marbles.
Yes, I can't. There was a person's name. Anyway, so you create some marbles.
Yes.
Okay. What does that
Maybe it's more.
represent? Yeah.
It's that's the materialization power.
But what does a
So-
7 represent in that? That you just transform? Is that a transform roll or a?
Yeah. I created basically one body worth of air into marbles.
Okay.
So I probably have 2, maybe 3 marbles, and I look at them disappointed.
Not a good roll.
Hey,
Okay.
are we going into combat or are we just freestyling right now?
Well, I think we're about to go in combat because you just created something and used a visible power in front of 2 bots.
Well, it's a mental power.
Well, no,
and if
no,
he doesn't have a mind.
Kasari did.
Oh, Kasari. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So powers have been used. Zepbot 3 and this other Zepbot. I don't know why I don't have it named. That's weird. Anyway, this Zepbot in front. This bot in front.
Which
Or-
bot has the marbles in front? The guy
No.
by the elevator or the
No,
guy
no,
in the
no.
hallway?
Their marbles are in my hand.
But
Oh, they're in your hand.
but the use of a visible power is noticed. And so these bots see that. And the one that's at the end of the hallway is triggered by it. Because I think Kasari is kind of hidden by the hall. Yeah. For this Zepbot 3. And I'm going to just move one of the other Zepbots into the spot so that I can... I'll move Zepbot 4 over. Okay. Zepbot. Let me get them in.
Why did you change the bot?
Say again?
I'm just wondering why you swapped out the bot.
The other one did not have its hero file, JSON file connected to it.
Ah, okay.
So just,
Makes it hard to run it then, huh?
yeah, it does. Definitely does. I'm going to bring everybody into combat. And here we go. You know, I admittedly didn't really design this scene for much combat. It was more investigation whodunit, but
Oh, but when people start turning into blobs,
yeah, well, I mean, there it is. Okay, Kasori, you've taken your action. Is that an action
Yes.
to create that? Okay.
Well, yeah, it's
Because we're in combat.
a power. It's not an attack power, but
That's weird. So what is that? But surely transform takes a phase. I mean, I don't know how much time that power takes.
it says it requires a skill roll, so maybe it didn't happen. Let me make my skill roll first.
yeah, everything requires a skill roll basically to activate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's your AP divided by 10. You get it minus.
But even if you don't make it, that's your turn. I mean, you tried to create
Yes.
something. But then if it didn't happen, then maybe the bot didn't notice. No, because you still tried. I mean, even though it didn't work, you tried to use a power. Well, how does that work? Activation roll?
Yay!
It succeeded by 2.
Okay, so you've alerted the bots.
Okay.
Okay, TSB.
Okay. Well, this Zepbot 3 is not doing anything.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Unless you make it do something.
Well, I'm thinking about. Of course, these stairs are no longer extended, right?
That's right.
And that would be a bad thing because I was gonna say throw it out the airlock, but we're not close enough to the airlock. I guess he'll come over here and go, hey, Dirty Bot, power down. I know he's not going to,
I
but
was like, that's a bold move.
yeah, I'm gonna attempt to de-security systems it.
Okay. How do you propose to do such a thing?
Well, I don't know, making it by half.
Yeah, but a skill roll to
Popping its head off.
Yeah, but all those things are going to take active points worth of power. Like the skill roll's not going to turn off.
I know.
200. So,
I know. Like I said, pop its head off.
So you're just straight up
Straight.
going after it. Are you just going to punch it?
Yeah.
Break its head? This bot didn't do
Attempt to,
anything to you. Like you don't even know. Well, you're not hitting it anyway.
Oh, that one is 16.
So you punch through. How much?
Unless it was surprised, it would have a DCV of 0.
No, this bot's not going to be surprised. He's standing right in front of them. I mean,
Yeah, he's the
how,
biggest man
well,
in the ship.
how much strength do you have? Did you just try to punch? Is that what you did?
Yeah, just the regular punch. 20.
Yeah, so you punch the wall, let's say, and the echo ricochets down the hall. The bot turns to you.
I think I did. That is not what. Oh, piddle.
Piddle. That's funny.
5 body did the wall.
Yeah, I mean, you really busted that wall up. It's an interior wall, luckily. Okay. Darnell.
Oh,
Things are getting out of
just
hand.
real quick, is the owner father still standing there?
He ran off.
Okay,
Yeah, he ran
we-
off.
okay.
I don't know that anybody would have seen where he went, actually.
All right,
He's
so
not
I
standing
am
there.
just going to move. Don't know how. Gonna move. Right up here.
Okay.
Let me move him if I can grab him. Hold on. Can't seem to grab him.
Where Darnell?
Yep. And I am going to attempt to. I shouldn't say that. I'm jinxing it. I'm going to use my electromagnetic pulse. It's a dispel electricity power to shut off its eyes. Assuming they're electrical. So that's a 52, so I'm going to be at -5. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Did that do it? What is your activation roll?
Yep. My activation roll would be a 10, so it does make it with an 8. And that will dispel 3d6, so here we go. So it's going to dispel 6 body.
Okay, so that's not gonna. You're gonna have to keep working at it. Yeah.
That's just for his eyes, though. I don't know what his eye powers are. Oh, actually, wait. It's an area of effect. Sorry. 30-meter radius.
Holy Lord.
Yeah.
That's. Are you just disabling everybody's eyes, or?
All the robot's eyes that I can get. That's what I'm trying to do.
How far is 30 meters?
That's radius, so it's really a 60-foot diameter or 60-meter diameter power.
I'm just saying how far back it goes.
Well, that's like a what was it? More than a football field from end to end, 360 feet diameter.
Feels like you're gonna get that guy, of course. You're gonna get the Zep above him. But there will be folks that you don't get to There's a Zep in the engine room that you're going to get as well, but that's it. Everybody else is far enough away.
Okay. So again, I don't know what the APs would be for its eye power if it's infrared or whatever, but it would be 6 body from that.
Okay.
And it goes against mental defense, and then it will if it's body, it's only half because it's a defense power. But you know.
Losing you again, Carlos.
Yeah, you're moving
Okay.
your neck.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it is body, so it's at half power after it's half effect after mental defenses.
Okay, so 6 but 3.
Right.
Okay, got it. All right. So what does that look like? By the way, the first time we see these powers, what is the visible? Is it just like an EMP that just echoes out of you, or?
Yeah, it's basically my eyes and glow kind of with like electricity, and it's an electrical pulse that goes out from my eyes and emanates from kind of my head, all in a 30-meter circus.
Okay.
30-meter radius circle.
Need to actually build that power because we can do it. Okay, cool. Matthias, what are you doing?
Well, there's probably a little I can do here because see, we don't have my weapons yet.
It's tough.
Yeah. We don't have all the miniatures in one spot, do we? I'm trying to see where everybody suddenly went to.
Yeah, we're all pretty close. There's 3 of us in the corridor. There's Confiscator over by the bot boxing with him.
The wall.
And yes, and Darnell is up by the other bot.
So you're close. I mean, you're trying to do
Okay,
area effect.
No, I just the 3D model. I was just trying to get myself into first-person view so I could see. I had a bad angle at first, but I got a
Yeah, first person is
better
the best
angle.
for this
Yeah,
particular game, I
okay.
think. Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. All right, so trying to think how these would interoperate the premonition, danger sense, and the precognition thing here. I was hoping maybe on a phase to be able to think about one course of action, get a vision of if it would fail or succeed, and then decide to either go ahead or pick something else. Does that work, or is that too much during a phase?
I'm trying to think about how, because precognition, even just the effect of it is more than a second to me. Like, it's not a combat power to me.
Okay, yeah, it's just visions of what to come. But if you want to say it takes a while, I mean the power doesn't have extra time on it, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, even just getting a vision of it to have that answer questioned is not the question answered. Doesn't feel like something
all
that happens really rapidly.
how about this? Since my danger sense is actually a sense, could I start walking forward? And if my danger sense, tells me that having gone this way is going to get me attacked, I could then choose to walk a different direction.
Oh,
Does that
sure.
work?
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be punitive to you, the thing.
Oh,
I
I
just
understand. I'm just trying to find out. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's give me your second pointer. So, so obviously, danger sense is probably something you should roll secretly in this particular case. Let's see. So ego's 12 or less. This is 17 active. So yeah, and this works, by the way, out of combat in addition to functioning as a sense. So yeah, and it cost me 2 endurance, but
Well, why don't you roll it, and I'll tell you.
okay. Yeah, so it sounds like a -2 to me, so I'll just go ahead and click another 10 or less. And that's a failed by 2. So
Yeah.
whatever I chose, which was going down the hallway, I think it must be totally.
Yeah, you're great.
Clearly,
Like
I will not be I will not be a target of the.
yeah, I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
so
you
just-
got the blue hands man up there. He's gonna take the first hits, surely, right?
Let's see, just
Oh, you're gonna walk by
Let's
the
see.
yeah.
Well, maybe. Hold on, I have less control here in first-person view. So let's see. So has Darnell? He's right. We've actually seen him use powers at this point, correct?
Darnell, oh yeah, he's got the big EMP that just blasted past you. He's glowing blue from his eyes, and his hands. I mean, he's a pretty clearly a powerful person.
Yeah.
Are you holding Matthias up? Or are you trying to? What are you trying to do?
It's like having your hand on your chess piece, basically.
Uh-huh.
We'll do that. I did mention being callous here. That was
Oh,
probably
human shield. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If these were 1 meter hexes, I probably still have a half move to abort to dodge with.
Okay, I'll hold you a half.
Yeah, thank you. And I think I'm back to speed 3 because once everything went to to the crap, I would have switched back and dropped the seeing beyond.
Great. Okay. Eamon, what are you doing?
Well, he's going to activate the helmet and the suit, get that flipped on,
Got it. Cool.
and he's going to just back up over here, lean against the wall.
Okay, are you holding a half?
Yep. There's nothing he can do here. It's robots in combat.
Okay, Zepbot 3 is coming at you. You get the front view for this, Ammon. Okay, skill rolls, dice rolls. Zepbot 3, wow. In response to being punched at, lifts up its right arm and pushes at TSB with all of his strength.
Make a new character.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on a second. I need dice.
Hey, Jason, just real quick, it wouldn't have been body, would have been CP, so it would have taken 6 CP to whatever perception it has.
Got it. Okay. So 6, not 3.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going to roll knockback, but that's 36 stun and 10 body. It pushes you with an enormous amount of strength into the wall.
Okay, so I guess we're supposed to turn into slime.
Okay. Let me see. How much? What is that? 2 dice or 3? That's only 2 dice that I'm going to have for this.
Ow.
6. So you're going back 4. Was that 8 more dice or is that 4 dice? I can never remember right. Because it was
Going 4.
Subtract knockback resistance, then multiply by 2.
Yeah. So do you have knockback resistance on TSB?
I don't remember. I did have the boots I have are giving leaping, but
So now it'd be 8 then.
Yeah. So another 8. Whew. Close quarters.
well, then if it's 8 meters, then isn't it 4 dice? Half the distance.
I'm glad to do 4 only.
Did he shove him into the wall or down the hallway?
Shoved him into the hall. He shoved him backward.
Which
Let's divide it by 4.
way?
Backward from where you are. So you're standing and you're just going backward.
So I'm going into the wall.
You're going into this wall right here.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he take the full.
4.
Yeah.
So that is 34 stun on the first one, 10 body, 11 stun on the second, and 4 body. How you doing?
Not real good. I don't have son of a biscuit eaters. I don't have breakfall or acrobatics.
So you're down on the ground. Do you have into your heads out your GUI a fall to the ground? Sorry.
Yes, I do.
see. Oh man! And he's got a bird over him. What is that?
That's a knockout.
That's awesome. But he's
Yeah,
not
I
knocked
think-
out. Is he?
I'm not so sure.
I wasn't trying to. It was 8 dice.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
yeah. I'm gonna take a photograph of that. Hold on a second, because it's.
Well, these are only 225-point characters.
Well,
So.
but the robot too. I mean, he wasn't.
Right, but we're minus our weaponry and so forth.
Yeah, and they're
I guess-
automatons.
Yes.
Yeah,
You got to get
If I
to your
wasn't-
weapons.
yeah. Well, if I wasn't so callous, I might have thrown up the circle of precognitive defense. But I was thinking
Wow.
myself.
Well,
I'm gonna try to get a
Um,
photo.
his
Well,
cons-
do you mind putting maybe hands out of the way or something like that so I can? Oh, that's the best that you did that, Jerry. That's so awesome.
Well, yeah, he's unconscious.
Brown
Is he
hand
like-
is
36 and 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he below 10? Negative 10? in his
Um,
endurance?
no, actually, because the 11 stun only. He took one body and took 27 stun, so he's actually not unconscious, but he's down to 3.
so he's not out
Oh,
yet.
okay.
He's stunned.
It's
He's
not
just,
out,
just-
yeah, but he did hit the
Okay.
ground, I guess. I mean, that's
Yeah.
okay. Well, Zep 4 is going to take a swing at Darnell.
Are we're still in phase 12, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Actually, wait, hold on. I see this attack incoming.
Yeah, you're right behind him. Oh, and you have a So you have a.
I have a held half phase here, so I'll go ahead and I think Darnell's the only one near me. Oh no, who we got behind me here?
No,
Sorry.
they're kind of far away. How much is the nearby? Because
Well,
that's more than 2.
I'd have to check 6E1. I'll look it up after I make the roll for Darnell here. But that's a let's see here. That circle is again 24 active, so 10 or less again. And let's see, no endurance for this.
Oof.
Nope, sorry,
Damn.
no visions for you.
Gosh, it would
Nope.
have been so nice.
I'm going to go flying towards you in a second.
Yeah, you did. You did get right behind him.
Oh yeah, wait, does my danger sense figure from Darnell be thrown at me?
Yeah, you got to fill it twice.
So the Zepbot steps forward.
I say, not in the face, not in the face.
Yeah, actually, oh wow,
10.
this danger sense costs endurance. So I think
10.
I paid for it coming in, but still.
I rolled really well. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. And then it's gonna be punching you.
I know what you didn't figure is that these bots were going to take us all out in one punch.
No, I didn't think about that. Well, that's a lot less roll than you got. 25 stun and 7 body. But it's gonna come backward. So
Yeah, so that's okay. So I'm gonna take 15.
and you don't go backward. Because it's 8. I rolled an 8 and I only did 7 body. So it punches you, but you take it.
Yep, but I am stunned.
Ooh. Okay. But luckily and that's of course that's how precog works, because Matthias knew that you were going to take that punch and he was going to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he says post 12s. Anybody that needs that post 12, you can't recover from being stunned on post 12, but you can
No.
recover stun.
Yes. What is my
All right.
Okay.
Wait, so did Darnell get pushed anywhere? He's
No,
supposed
he
to be in
he
the
took it
box.
and stood up. He got punched in the gut.
Yeah, I punch you in the gut. I thank him for not touching my face.
Yeah, my pretty face,
not so probably.
not the face. Somehow you'll have to get your weapons.
Dude, I can't get past this robot.
Oh man. Okay, we're at segment number 3.
Oh. So I wanted to ask you. So, the dispel obviously is all or nothing. So I'm assuming that since he punched me squarely in the gut, that my dispel did not work.
It did not. Well, yeah, as you would assume not. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, Kasari, it's your turn.
Okay. So that door. Can I see the stairs behind the door?
You can. It's open. Or it's not open. It's clear. Yeah.
Yes, I am going to teleport.
Okay.
Now, hang on here. 60 meters I can teleport, so...
So the
Oh, wait.
dilemma is that you'll see it when you get back there.
Okay. I will teleport to the stairs.
Yeah, and that's what you notice is that the door leads to stairs that are there's a big metal latch, right? You see it. You can't get up the stairs.
Can I see through the stairs?
No, it's metal. You see
So I
it.
can't see anything underneath the stairs, is basically what you're saying.
That's right. Like you could, when you look into that door, you can see that there are stairs behind the door. But when you teleport back there, the thing that you see up is just a closed latch. It's not even a latch. It's like you can see hydraulics would open if you properly opened the door, but you didn't. So the latch doesn't open. The hydraulics have not moved to open the ceiling grate above you.
Okay. I'm going to activate my invisibility shield.
Ah, very nice. Okay. Okay, so that's you activated a power and you moved. I think activating a power is actually a half. Do you need to roll to make that activation?
I don't think so. It's a suit.
Okay. But you still have a half left because you've only activated a power. Do you want to hold that half, or what do you want to do?
Yes, I will hold that half.
Okay.
Oh,
Whose turn is it now? Is it Matthias's turn? Or no?
And I will relay through the mind link to the rest of the team that I've teleported through this door, but I can't really go any further. There's some mechanism that prevents me from
I'm holding the bot. You go get the replicator.
Sounds good.
I think it's Ammon's turn. Ammon? And there's some held phases around. Matthias has a held. But Ammon, it's your turn.
Yeah.
No, he's basically going to stand there, and if anyone not a robot comes towards us, he's going to try and intercept them. Just, hey, stay back, stay away.
Okay.
He's got no combat skills.
So he's holding for the hold phase. Zepbot 3 is going to come at you again, TSB. But this time he is going to basically try to grapple you, like hold you to the ground.
okay.
Grab.
So he's grabbing you.
Well, since I'm at half DCV,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm stunned.
Yep. I don't want to see what I rolled. 10, I think it's going to get. I don't know why it went against DCV 5.
of 5.
But it'll get you.
No, it would hit DCV 5.
DMCV 5.
But I don't know why it went against DMCV, but anyway.
Yeah.
If your half DCV is less than 5,
It
I
hits.
assume. Yeah, so he's the bot has grabbed you and is holding you.
Okay.
Teleport free.
Zepbot 4.
I don't have that.
Zepbot 4 is going to come at you again, Darnell.
I am going to abort. Oh no, because
You're stunned.
stunned, so I can't.
Yeah, sorry.
Not the face.
DCV of 3. I don't think he's going to hit, is he?
Well, I'm DCV 5. So I don't know if you, for the player, you round up. So I would
Yeah.
be
Oh.
DCV 3 anyway. So he'll hit me with DCV 3.
Oh yeah. He's getting you. This time he's going for your face. I'm kidding. Why don't I? I rolled a hit again. Sorry.
You hit me again.
21 stun and 7 body. Sure, Jerry would have liked those rolls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So 19 minus, what is it? 21. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I have 6 stun. I am stunned again. Not that you can be. Okay. Does he do knockback?
Let's see. One.
So 2 meters.
So it's gonna knock you down and into Matthias this time. 2 dice. Is that 2 dice or 1 for damage?
Well, you rule. It would be divided by 4 if I hit the floor, divided by 2 if I hit something solid.
So it's 1 dice. I don't think it's gonna not gonna hurt either one of you.
Okay. Yeah, it's
So
not.
you hit each other, but you both fall down. It's like you're just gonna boom boom, and you're both falling.
Let's see. Did I get breakfall? No, I did
Well,
not
the
get
problem is
breakfall.
breakfall doesn't work when you hit something.
Oops, oh well.
And you had a held action, Matthias, if you wanted to try to use something instead of getting hit.
Dodge.
Just
Well,
move
yeah,
out of them.
my thought had been to dodge, but I don't know if that extra DCV, because like when he rolls to, or when he knocks Darnell in towards me, is dive for cover or dodge the appropriate response to not be hit?
And do you have a whole or half? Because I think you have to have more.
I had a half. A half is well. I think a half is all you need to do either
Yeah.
dodge or dive for cover. The only question is which is the appropriate maneuver. Because in the fiction, I would just try to move out of the way. It's just you as game master have to tell me, well, you need to do this maneuver, so you execute that.
Well, and my thought is you had a held action, and so you could just move. Just
okay, yeah,
yeah,
I would
like
just
it's
step
not
out of the
even
way
a
then.
yeah, it's
That's
not
fine.
a dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just.
So you just move to the left and move to the right, and Darnell comes flying past you.
There we are.
Okay.
Although,
Oh, I just used Ammon's. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
It's all right. Although actually, if I'm moving at all, can I move more than just one hex?
Sure, yeah.
Because we want to get to the elevator, and the elevator is just beyond the spot, isn't it?
That's right, and it's acted, so you could try to sneak past it if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what my goal is here. One second, I've got my let me get back into the trying to get back in the hallway there. I'm back in the hallway. Okay,
Yeah.
the elevator. See the elevator. So it looks like I have enough. So I have to be able to get me over there. What I'm hoping is that my on my next actual phase, I can do electronics or something to get this thing open and
Yeah.
do what we need it to do.
Well, you just make a dexterity roll. Do you have agility or some other skill? Because you just kind of like navigated past that thing in this tight hallway.
All right, I'm just checking here real quick. I have dexterity. I have stealth.
Yeah, I would just roll a straight dexterity roll.
0G operations, but
not yet.
exactly.
Okay, so you just barely sneak past that and like breeze by it,
Yeah.
and on your next turn. Okay.
Yep.
So we got held actions with Kasori and Ammon. We're in segment 4, and TSB, you get to go.
Recover from being stunned.
Okay. Nice. That's it for you. Darnell, same thing. Are you recovering from being stunned?
I am going to close my eyes, fake my death, and recover from being stunned.
Oh, man.
Feign dead. Yes.
Okay.
So I haven't really checked what speed are most players on the team? Are we all about the same?
I think 4s and
I'm
5s.
4.
Almost everyone took 3, I thought.
I am
I'm
3.
4.
For you, the assassin. Yep.
Some of y'all are.
I'm at 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the non-combat guy doesn't need to be speed 4 then.
Yeah. Okay, Matthias, are you doing anything?
Yeah, if you're giving me a phase, I'm clicking what electronics with mechanics complementary, or do you have another idea?
I'll be right back.
No, that's good. That's great.
Okay, so let me grab the let's see here, mechanics complementary. No, it's which is lead here, electronics or mechanics?
Well, I would say electronics is really the thing you're going to need to do. This is
Okay,
electrical based.
Mechanics separate then, yeah.
Yeah, you're like popping open a thing. That's the mechanics piece, and then you're going to add electronics to make it.
Here's the complementary.
Oh
And so
yeah.
it's a +2, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Okay. Yeah.
so made it by 2 net.
Yeah, so you pop open the right kind of panel on it, and you quick rewire it. What are you trying to make it do?
Let's see here. Our weapons are beneath the elevator right now.
Right. That's right. You need it to come up enough so you can get to them.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'll take a risk and mumble something over our secret mind link radio that I could use some help up here distracting the robot so I can finish getting to our weapons.
Okay. Everybody hears that? Everybody is not knocked out right now, so there you go. The elevator lurches up, and it does it real fast. It's like, and then it's open. So in your next phase, you'll be able to get weapons.
Yay.
Setbot 3. Coming at you. DCV of 4.
Did he let go of me?
Oh, no, he's got you. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
is, he's going to be walking with you.
Okay. He's not squeezing. Just
No, he's just
holding.
holding you, and you all are now. He's just slowly walking with you, and you all are going down that hallway. He's at bot 4. Is going to turn around and walk to you. 1, 2, 3. Let me make sure I've got this right.
You got a handle on the
Blue-glowing
thing, TSB?
hands.
Sure.
All right.
You read his aura? No.
So it's hitting a DCV of 7.
Holy crap.
It's coming at you, Matthias.
ECV 7 at me.
Oh, yeah.
That is entirely unfortunate. I assume that was a full phase action of electronics, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're rewiring an elevator.
Yeah. So I'm normally DCV 6, so that is an unfortunate event.
He is about to get you.
Did I mention that was unfortunate? At least I told everybody their weapons are available now, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you would have wanted that. I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled a DCV of 2 for that one, but no, I've already hit you.
Yeah. And
30 stun, 9 body.
And of course, we still have. Let's see here.
Yowzers.
Yeah. I don't suppose while I was working, you would have let me have my circle of defense up. Or that took away time from the skill roll.
Well, and it's even at your back, right? That's
Yeah. The surprise usually beats combat luck, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have paid for danger sense, maybe, but that just tells me you're about to be hit.
Oh, and boom, you're hit.
But it would have given you your DCV. You could have done a dodge or something.
If it's a different segment, because if I did my skill
He's already
roll,
acted.
Jason,
Yeah, he's already acted.
So yeah, I assume I just have my PD of 6 versus what 30 stun and how much body?
9.
Ow. so I guess I'll take 3 body and 24 stun, and that will stun
No,
me.
you wouldn't take any body because it's just a normal effect. So it goes against your PD, not
My
your
PD is
RP.
6. I have no
Oh.
armor. Remember,
Yeah.
we came in here not
Yeah.
allowed
Oh
to wear
yeah,
any
you're right.
body armor.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, you might
Sorry.
have a power or a force
No.
field, but not the rest
No,
of us.
I don't have shit. I don't have shit. I just have a lot of stun.
oh man.
Yeah, I have 30 stun, but I'm now down
I have
to 6 of that, and I took 3 body, and good thing I bought up my body.
Okay.
yeah.
I've
Apparently, I
adjusted my
didn't.
I've adjusted my numbers there,
Kasari.
and see. Well, I don't crumple to the ground, I guess, but there's a big smear of blood on the robot's fist.
Got you in the kidney.
Something. It's like
Okay, so
"Help!"
I can I see what the robot just did to
Let's see.
Matthias?
You saw it go after him. I'm
Scream
trying
of
to.
pain on the radio.
Let's see. I mean, it's very obstructed. I'm gonna get to the view of it. I don't think you would see it because
Okay.
it's pretty far away. But I mean, it's a pretty loud kerthunk, and it walked over to him. You knew he was going that direction.
Okay,
And
so
I-
over the comms, I will say, who's still awake out here?
Oh,
What do you need?
Well, we apparently can get access to our weapons, but there's a robot potentially in the way of getting that.
Freaking Terminator.
Terminator, yes.
Well, yeah, isn't Matthias working on that?
I think he just got taken out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matthias got punched in the kidney.
it's a very specific shot.
Good
So I'm
thing you
gonna
have
hold
2
my
of those,
action.
Matthias.
I'm gonna hold my full phase.
I think you got 2 of those. Ammon, it's your turn.
Well, he's gonna take a move up the hallway since there's no robot there.
Okay.
11 meters puts him right past right there.
So are you rounding the corner yet or no? It doesn't look like it.
Nope, can't quite get there.
Okay. Kasar, you still have a held action, TSB. If you're awake, it's your turn.
Okay.
You're not entangled, you're just held. So, I mean, you can get to stuff
Yeah.
if you want to try to pop a tab or something like that. I don't know, you probably could.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to. Which one do I want to pop? Which one do I want? All right, let's go ahead and pop the pain reducer.
Okay.
It's a 3d6 aid to stun.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. 14.
Is that turned? Isn't that doubled on stun? Because stun is how much does it
Yeah,
cost?
Yeah, stun is 1 for 2.
I think so too. I just can't. Why can't I? Oh, I'm looking at the robot sheet who doesn't have stun. Got
It really is half.
So is it 7 stun that you're getting back from that?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's full because it's 1 for 2, but it's a
Yeah.
So you really just get 14 because it would cut in half because it's stun, but stun costs 1 for 2.
But
Oh, gotcha.
stun's
Yeah,
not a defensive.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Oh,
It
okay.
is.
So-
Falls under for that.
So
Okay.
you get 14 more stun back from that. What?
I think
How
it
do
is.
these little tablets work? Is it like a little? Is it like a plop plop
It's
flip
like an
fizz fizz?
EpiPen.
Oh, okay. I
No,
was
it's
thinking
like an
Yeah, it
you
is.
EpiPen.
just go. Psst. Okay.
The fun factor is
Yeah.
that they're supposed to be addictive, so if you pop so many of them, after a while, the GM can have some fun.
Thus begins the dark, dark rabbit hole. Okay, so you're no longer stunned, but you are being carried. Darnell, what are you doing?
So if I pop one of those things while I'm stunned, it will get me unstunned?
No, it
Because I have
won't.
some
It
pain
won't.
reducers I will.
Yeah, it won't. It won't remove the stunned.
Gotcha.
It just
Helps your stun.
adds
Got it.
stuff. Yeah.
You were already
So I
unstunned as you were being carried, though. I mean that.
Yeah, I know.
Jerry's.
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
got. Oh, he was. Okay, so I am stunned. So I'm just gonna lay there, and hold my stomach in a fetal position for this phase.
I thought that you already got unstunned last phase, actually, because you said that same
Well,
thing last time.
no, because okay, I got hit on 12, and then I got hit again and stunned on 3, and now we're on phase 4,
So
right?
finally,
So yeah,
because Matthias has taken the beating, you are now unstunned.
yes.
Okay, Matthias, are you? Were you stunned last time?
I was stunned. I will now unstun.
Okay. Zepbot 3 is walking more with our loving friend TSB. And so you all are that far down the hall. If you want to move yourself, TSB. Zepbot 4 is going to grab Matthias. Oh, you're not stunned anymore, though, are you? But you're on the ground.
God, what the hell is he taking him? Is he gonna force feed him?
Okay, he's going to grab. DCV of 6 or less for you, Matthias, on a grab.
Yeah, I mean 6 is my standard DCV.
So he has grabbed
And-
you now.
Is this a segment where I became unstunned?
Yeah, you
Like,
are
I thought-
unstunned right now.
What I mean is, I thought they acted on my segment, but before me.
No,
Am I wrong?
they act after you.
Okay,
They're 10. Yeah, so you were unstunned. Yes,
yeah. So I don't have a phase to abort then to get a dodge.
that's right. Yeah, you used your phase to become unstunned.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I can't do anything. You hit a 6. You hit a 6.
He's grabbed you.
So this is how it ends. He thinks in his head.
Oh no, it's just the beginning.
This
You're
is
gonna
just-
be gonna be a jello pulling pop here in a minute.
This is why their mineral reserves are so large.
Yeah. As I said, Soylent Green.
Oh man, Kasori, it's your turn. We see you behind the door. That's awesome. I'm totally gonna take a photograph of Kasori's little face behind the door. It's really funny to me.
I hope she's going for our mission stuff.
Ah. Sean, are you there? It's your turn.
Sorry, yes, somebody knocked at my door.
Okay.
Is there one of those biometric things on this side of the door?
Funny, no, there's not. It's only on the flip side. It's only on the entrance.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the door
Okay, you open the door, which
and
can
see
be
if that half phase.
Oh, that's really funny. Yeah. So, what would it do? So it would open if you were opening it from the outside, but it really wouldn't because it would already be open from the other side. You basically got yourself trapped. You're able to get out.
Okay, but
Opening the door
wouldn't-
is not going to trigger opening the door this way. So basically, you're expecting that just the movement of the door opens that lever, but it's the biometric thing that does it.
Okay. So then Amon sees the door open, but nobody's standing there.
So
Oh, yeah,
chameleon actually only works if you stand still, though.
Sorry?
The suit is chameleon, right? It has a chameleon limitation.
Okay.
So chameleon only works when you stand still.
Really? So it's
Yeah.
not as useful as I was hoping it would be.
Aww.
Okay. So then
And
I guess I would be visible.
You open the
detect
door.
visibility's the one power I took off my sheet.
Detect visibility.
Yeah.
You still have actions, Kasar. You just opened a door, and that typically is 0 face.
Right. And so I'll say to Amon, come in.
Be safe.
Well, I was just about to go help Darnell get our weapons. Or Matthias.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you take out this bot right here? Isn't that something you're good at?
Human targets. I'm good at human targets. I need a weapon.
So you still have your whole phase. Y'all are just talking. Do you want to take an action? Do you want to run out there and get your weapons?
Doesn't getting the weapons mean dealing with that robot?
Well, you don't know it yet because you don't see what that robot has done right now. You assume that, I guess, yes. So what are you, just holding your face?
I guess.
Okay, hold. Ammon.
He's going to take half phase and walk around the...
Yeah. So you see that the robot is holding Matthias.
I have no idea where Ammon just went.
Oh. Down below. I can
wait.
get you.
Probably on the floor.
There's a way to do that.
Just put you up in the area, sorry.
You got it.
You got it? Okay, cool. Okay, so
Well,
yeah,
get over here. Get over here, Kasori. This is your thing.
So have you used half your turn, or you still have enough to get over there and get your weapons?
He still has more movement.
Okay.
Really, just 2 meters. Yeah, excuse me, coming through. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Is the elevator open?
Yeah, Matthias, before he was punched into oblivion, made it lift up so that you see your weapons. So anybody could get it. Now that you see your weapons down there, or whatever your stuff, yeah.
He's
Go to the second floor.
He's going to jump
the
in.
robot can't get you.
And fly up.
Down.
Hold on a second. Are you taking the elevator, or are you getting your weapons that are stashed below it? Because he's just lifted it up so that you could see the weapons that were stashed below it.
Oh, I thought it was sent to like another floor or something.
No, he just lifted it up enough so that you all could see your weapons.
He is going to reach down and grab. Where did I put it? The power baton of his.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I was looking for.
Fantastic. Someone has a weapon. Okay. Kasari, you would have heard him tell you that, right?
Okay, so I had the door open and I was expecting him to come through, and then when he turns and goes down the hallway, it's like, what are you doing? So I will come out of the doorway if I can just see.
Well, he did tell you to come fight this robot.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Without weapons. Yes.
Yeah, and?
Yeah.
Stilettos.
Born at night, not last night.
You have very high-heeled shoes.
Doesn't make things? Come on.
And rolling her eyes.
And rolling her eyes, yes.
Okay, so are you able to get down there in a whole turn and get your weapons, or are you going to be standing on the edge?
So, who are you talking to?
You.
Me? Okay, so I could come to here, and if I can see where the weapons are, I can teleport to that.
Great, you can.
Okay, so that will be half move, half for teleport. So that would be my turn, but I am down by the weapons.
Okay, sounds good. So let's put you down there. Able to get that? Okay. All
Thud.
right. Zepbot 3
Oh no.
is going to
I
take
surrender.
take you into a well, let's see if I can get it right. Okay, Zepbot 3 is taking right up to that step, and that's it. Zepbot 4 is going to take Matthias down the stairs.
It didn't respond to surrender, did it?
No, it did not. Are you able to? Oh yeah, because you're not stunned. Yeah.
I became unstunned, but then I was grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
So still, I don't think I've had time for a breakout roll or anything. But
No, but it doesn't respond to surrender. Sorry,
So
Okay.
what stairs is he taking him through?
stairs. I say stairs. This little ramp. It's standing in front of you with Matthias in
Okay.
tow. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I will grab my gun and my slim steel knife.
Mm-hmm. Someone's about to die.
Hey, pick up my gun too.
I mean, picking up those
Okay.
things isn't what is a half action. So you've got your weapons.
Okay. And then I will come back out of the elevator area.
Okay. That is half rest of your turn.
Yes. And I can see Zetbot 4 dragging
Carrying. Yes.
Matthias away.
That's right.
How do you feel about getting shot?
am I being talked to?
Yes.
It sounds painful, but I don't want the robot to strangle me or turn me into goo.
I can't do anything until next phase, but sure.
TSB, you are outside of a door, being held by the robot. What do you do?
If I put my mic down, temperature breakout.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Is that just strength versus strength? And then count the body.
I'm looking to see if I thought I bought some martial arts. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, it'd just be strength versus strength.
You roll yours, I'll roll mine. I got an 8 body. How many did you get?
I only got 4.
Oh, you're not breaking out today.
No.
Evil GM.
If
Darnell,
I had my knife,
I know.
Darnell is going to activate his paralyzing grip. Here goes the roll. That is not a good activation, but I am going to spend 6 out of the 9 points that I have to activate it.
Okay.
And then I am going to basically, from the floor, I'm going to hop up like a little frog. And I'm going to grab the robot by its ankle.
Okay, what is the power?
It's a paralyzing grip. It will do an entangle,
Okay.
which he will be able to break out, but at least I'll slow him down.
Okay.
Here goes. Here's my 2 hit. DCV2. Now, I will say that since this, I want to do was he really expecting me to jump out of my playing dead mode so that maybe I can get like a +1 or +2 for him being surprised? Like a surprise move?
Oh, that's awesome. But even his half DCV is more than your 2. So he has a 5 DCV, and I rounded up for
Okay,
you, so I
so I
round
am
up for
going
him.
to spend my last 3 little hero points to hit this son of a toaster, and here it is.
That's funny.
Sacrificing everything to save my friend, so it will have my paralyzing grip will have 2 body, and it has 2 PD, 2 ED.
Okay.
So it is now entangled. As long as I hold his ankles with both of my hands, screaming for Matthias, "Get out! Get out! Get out now!"
Oh, that's funny. So it looks down, and it's got like its foot is stuck like gum on a floor. It's like, what
Well,
is this?
it's actually it's electrokinesis, so he's basically surrounded by electricity, and that's kind of like, and he can only escape through with strength, which is kind of his forte. But
Yeah.
at least I bought somebody some time.
Okay, Matthias, it's your turn. You see this?
All right. So, am I still being held by the
You are.
robot
You
or
are.
not?
You are.
Well, he's
Okay.
entangled though. The robot's entangled, so in reality, he
But-
should be able to break away.
Well, so how does this work though? Because I mean, does it paralyze him? What does it do?
Yeah, it basically paralyzes him
Yeah.
because it's electricity, so he's basically paralyzed, like with a taser type of thing.
But he's clearly going to be able to break out of it. Like
Well,
I'm trying to get
yeah.
does an entangle with the special effect? Because let's say if it was an entangle and you were entangling somebody that was grabbed, why would that entangle make them not hold the person they're grabbed? I'm trying to logically understand the special effect here, and
Yeah, so the
why.
special effect basically is it's kind of like an assault to his um kind of like his brain, so it's almost like being tased.
But this is a really cheap way for him to end a grab, because an entangle would not typically affect a held person. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's up to you. You make the ruling. He's basically being tased.
Yeah, but I'm going to allow it because I think it's cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow a dexterity roll at the moment that he's tased for Matthias to try to break out, like to escape in that split second when he's tased.
Go, Maddie, go! Go, Maddie, go!
All right. Some background stuff. My turn for Matthias finally.
Well, I'm just going to give you the opportunity to try to break out. It is your turn, actually.
Okay.
But
So-
that's not your turn. Because of what Darnell did, you get a free dexterity to try to be dropped or break out of this. But then if
Okay,
you make it,
so
you'll get
dex-
your turn. Yeah.
Okay. So
Right.
dex, but not strength versus strength, correct?
That's the cheap way I'm ruling because of the special
that's
effect
fine.
of the entangle.
Okay. No problem. I haven't used any hero points yet, so I'll consider it. But apparently,
there
by
you go.
3 is okay.
So what happens here is when that electrocution or paralyzing thing happens, he drops
Yeah.
you, and you land because of your dexterity roll. So you're good. You're free.
So I have a
And-
phase.
Yeah.
A phase where I can half move over to the elevator, and with the other half move, maybe grab my shotgun.
That's right. So you're now elevatoring and having shotguns.
And Darnell is holding the guy's ankle with 2 hands and just staring up at his crotch as he sees Mateus run away.
Run away.
By the way, I have to maintain a grip for the entangle to continue to work, even though he's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's gonna break out of it.
Okay,
All right.
Ammon's turn then.
All right, he should be able to take a half move back, and if that robot is still there, he'll take a swing.
Okay,
He's at
You're gonna punch it?
half DCV.
He's got the power baton here.
Okay.
He's not exactly a combat guy, but he's got something
mhm.
Swing, bada, 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 swing.
getting there. Oh, I don't think I had the right. I do not have the right stats on. I'm actually 1 OCV higher,
Can I
so hit
see?
DCV 4.
He's at half.
So you're gonna get him. You hit him.
3. Yep. And I don't have a damage roll for this since it's equipment. Just give me a second.
That's funny because my Riven Diamondback gun shows up as a damage thing.
Well, I didn't have it on the sheet when
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
21 stun and 6 body.
Okay. Obviously, it doesn't take any stun. Will you roll knockback? Does that do
Nope,
knockback?
no knockback.
Okay.
Nope.
You see that where you hit it, maybe it was in the back. It has just blasted a hole through it. Not all the. It's not going to hit Darnell, but you have really done some serious damage to this thing. Wires, sparks, that kind of stuff.
What's the problem, people?
Oh!
Bare hands, bitch. Oh no, you didn't.
That's awesome. Their hands. That's
I'm
great.
not sure if these robots don't kill us, we're going to kill each other.
That's the best line. I'm sorry. Zepbot 3. Why can't I see where you are? Zepbot 3 opens the door and is carrying you through it. It's this is like a brig, and make a perception. I don't know if you would see. You're fully conscious, right?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah. You see.
Yeah, I keep turning my yeah, my perception.
You see. You
8
see
by 4.
a skeleton over there in the corner, like locked up.
And it's moving.
Oh no! It's dead.
It's a red herring.
Did you notice that you haven't had an animation on it?
Oh, is it just kind of? No, I didn't mean to. It's dead. That's so funny.
Oh no.
No, I'm not
It's been
trying
here
to.
a long time.
That's not what I was trying to do. That's funny. Zetbot 4 turns around and takes a swing at Ammon.
Well, remember he is.
Oh
entangled.
yeah, so he is entangled. He's going to try to break free.
Yeah, so it's just a straight strength roll. Strength damage.
6 body.
So that's.
I thought
2
Setbot
minus
4 was wrecked.
Well, he's not totally broken.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's got a big blast in the middle of him, but he's not enough body damage to disable him.
All right, so he goes through the PD at 2, and then he goes through 2 body. So he actually gets a full phase.
Turns around and has words with Ammon.
I've got words for you. Sparks, wires.
It's a DCV of 4.
He is a DCV of 5.
So he swings and misses. This is post segment 12, so recoveries for folks that need them.
Do we want to think
Thank
about
you.
the time here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this is a good.
I
This,
don't have that much longer. Yeah, good.
we
Yeah,
can.
'cause I really need to go to bed.
Yeah, we can wrap it right here, and then just pick it back up this next time.
It's
All
about a
right.
month.
Save the table.
Yes, save the table. Save the table, and I'm gonna take a snapshot of the health and everything.
So we're talking about what, about a month from now, so early April, or
Yeah, probably so. Is that okay with everybody?
most likely.
Yeah, I
I
should be
never
able
know
to
my
have all my stuff.
schedule until like a couple weeks before the next month starts for my home game. But
So
I will
April
endeavor to be here.
April is Easter.
Ooh, so
Yeah,
maybe
that's
not
the
the
only
first
thing
week
we'll
of
run
April.
into. Yeah.
Let me just get where's the thing here?
Yes.
Easter 2023 is Sunday, April 9. So Saturday, April 1st is not Easter weekend, if that
No.
helps anyone.
It is April Fool's Day. Are you sure you want to play on that game?
Well, it becomes an option. So you'd have 1/15, 22, 29.
Will
So
orange player's hand? Would you mind moving it? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just trying to wrap this up.
I should be good for April 1st.
Do we just want to call
No,
it?
really, I should be.
How
good
do you
for
know?
April
How do
1st.
you know? There's no way to know if you're joking or not.
Ba-dum-bum.
I said it twice. No, really.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording, and we will continue this